Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to ozfortress Season 27, the Intermediate Grand Finals. I am Skaz, and I am joined by the incredible, amazing Michael. How are you, Michael?
Yeah, I'm going well, Skaz. Shocking to hear we're in season 27, but
It feels
season
like...
feels like we've done this before, but yeah, it is season 26 Intermediate Grand Finals that we're going to be casting here tonight between Winx Club and White Noise. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm really excited for this game. I don't know about
yes,
you. I think it's going to be a banger.
How could you not be excited for this game? All these players, so well known, they have such great potential on both teams. I couldn't be more excited for an Intermediate Grand Final. I don't think I've ever really been keen to be a part of one apart from my own, So as egotistical as that sounds, I'm quite keen for this match. And so shall we go down the rosters real quick?
Yeah, let's quickly go down the rosters. I'll start off. I'll take us down Winx Club's roster. So we'll have Tachyon and Decap on Scouts. We'll have Vanquish on Roma, Yachty on Pocket, Lex on Demo, and Rising on Medic. A lot of these players have been around a little bit. Some of them kind of been working their way up through Intermediate the past few seasons, but names like Lex, Rising, Decap, Vanquish, they've all been around a little while. Dabbled in Prem, but they've found themselves back in the grand final of Intermediate yet again, and looking to see if some of them can, grab their second, some third Intermediate first place badges.
Yeah, definitely. And on the side of White Noise, we have Bill and Benny on Scout. We have KPC on Roma, T3 on Pocket, Meth on Demo, and Remorse on Medic. All very, very solid players in my opinion. I've played with a lot of these players over my countless years playing this game. Remorse, a very solid medic. Bill, Benny, definitely great up-and-comers on the Scout role. KPC, known for his amazing soldier play. T3, incredible player. Meth, an amazing demo man with great deathmatch. So I'll be honest, Michael, these players on White Noise, I don't know, man. They're my boys, and I think I want them to win. I want them to win.
Yeah. No,
but I'm excited for players like Yachty. He's never really gotten to Prem either. And I feel like this season might be his kind of his final push.
Yeah, I mean, if and for those people who don't know what is at stakes here, really, outside of the first place intermediate title, the winner of this game, if the majority of the team stays together next season, will get a slot in Prem. So they'll get that top 8 teams. They get to compete for maybe a spot in Prem playoffs. It doesn't happen often where the top inter team will go through and make Prem playoffs, but you never know.
You never know.
Some of these up and coming players, or even some of these experienced players, could come and really shock people.
Yeah, definitely. And I feel like if Winx Club do win this match, if either of these teams could possibly make it to Prem playoffs, I feel like it's Winx Club, like they do have a lot of experience there. But if White Noise win this match and they go into Prem, while they might not make it to Prem playoffs, they're definitely going to get a good footing in Prem. I don't think they're going to be one of those teams that'll sit in like 8th place. I think they're going to have a good go at Prem, I guess.
Definitely. Now, so we have 11 people on the server. I think we have all of the map picks done. So let's quickly run through the picks and bans that these teams have done, because it's a bit interesting the way that I'm seeing these two teams ban. So
right.
We've had Winx Club open up with a logjam ban. I have a feeling that will just be because in their first upper bracket game, they got taken to overtime on logjam. Obviously, it may not be a bad map for them, but they don't want to let a team just really know logjam and take them on it. Then we've got White Noise have banned out Process. Then Winx Club have gone and picked Prolands for their first map. Then White Noise have gone and second picked Granary. So the opening 2 maps are going to be Prolands and Granary for this best of 3. Guaranteed we will see those maps played.
That is very interesting though. The first 2, Prolands and Granary. I kind of thought, because I kind of mistook Prolands for product, as I often do. And I wondered, because White Noise, they're such a, I don't know, I feel like they're kind of like a flanky team, you know, and I kind of thought they were going to go down the Granary, Gullywash, Badlands, you know, kind of play style, but I suppose not.
But
I'm just rambling at this point. Let's keep going.
No, yeah, so just to wrap it out, Winx Club banned Gullywash, White Noise banned Kalinka, and if we're going to a third map, Winx Club have chosen Snakewater.
Yes, I'm kind of thrown off by these picks. I don't really know what's going on, if I'm being completely honest.
I think it's, you know, I feel like we are kind of going down the 1 in a million scenario, right?
Definitely.
You never see Pro Lands first picked into a Granary second pick.
Right.
This could be a incredibly low scoring best of 3 if these teams want to play it that way. And in a grand final like this, where both teams have a decent shot at winning, I would not be shocked if we see a 1-0, even golden caps maybe, right? Teams stalemated out to an even scoreline, or even a 0-0 on Badlands could be possible.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Bring it to a golden cap. So that'll be very interesting. Can you think of why these teams may have picked these maps? Or
I mean, I can think of why Winx Club may have chosen Pro Lands. Like, I feel like I've heard through the grapevine that Yachty has gotten into his role of soldier quite comfortably, and so I feel like maybe they're going to be playing to Yachty's strengths. I'm not too sure. Obviously, Lex is playing demo as well. Just the projectile classes on Badlands being so strong with all those chokes, those tight corners. I feel like maybe they're playing to that kind of strength. But then I look at White Noise and I'm a bit confused why they picked Granary, because in my head I see their scouts as their strongest players, you know, and I thought maybe a product pick would have come out, or maybe even a process pick, but we actually see that they banned process. So
yeah,
again, I'm a bit thrown off by this. I thought I knew my boys, but maybe not.
Yeah, certainly some just very interesting decision making. I mean, the teams may have their reasons for it, but from a outside perspective, it comes off as quite odd. As both maps, like we were saying, very slow paced, very projectile heavy, and for both of these teams, I really do think the scouts are going to be the more high impact players, right? I don't think that's Lex and Meth, on their teams can put out a lot of damage as demo men. The soldiers are certainly no poor shout, but it's kind of the way the game is played right now, where it is a very scout dominant meta. No one's going to argue that if you've watched any TF2 recently in the past year or two. It's, scout's the name of the game right now, being able to move around the map. And if either of these teams are going to, rely on their scouts, and I'm thinking more White Noise on this, they might just crumble on both of these maps. We could be seeing a 2-0 if either scouts on either team here are having a bad day.
Yeah, I do think that maybe White Noise have the advantage with the scout players. I do think that Benny and Bill have the better deathmatch than Tachyon and Decap. However, Tachyon and Decap, they are, in my opinion, quite smart players. Decap has been playing the game for quite a while now. Tachyon, as far as I know, a little bit of a newer player, but I've always respected him as a smart scout combo player, I assume. So yeah, I don't know, the deathmatch on White Noise, the experience on Winx Club, all these W's in the team names, I don't like it. I'm getting confused. But these teams, I don't know. I got no idea what's going to happen. Do I think that Winx Club are going to win? A little bit. Do I want them to win? Of course. But do my heart goes out to White Noise, and I really hope they put up a good game tonight. And I think they can. And they will.
Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing we're really going to be looking for, is a good game, right? We don't want it to be a roll in favor of either team, no matter who anyone's rooting for. You want good TF2. I think both teams can. I think they will deliver tonight.
I'm looking for some incredibly amazing plays here. Like, I don't know, KPC on Roma, like, is he a sleeper? Does anyone realize that KPC is, like, is it just me that forgets about KPC?
I don't think anyone's forgetting about KFC.
I'm going to have some KFC right now. But KPC, always in the back of my mind, is a great roamer. Like, whenever I'm thinking of Australian roamers, I'm like, oh, it's this guy. But I'm like, dude, it's KPC, though. What? I reckon he started playing when I started playing, and he's just, I don't know, he's way better than me now. I've got to pull my socks up. Looks like...
he's been around a while. We hopefully should be starting pretty soon.
Looks like Decap is downloading the maps. Maybe a bit of new config scenario.
Interesting, yeah, maybe gone through like a bit of a reinstall or like the new config needing to re-download those maps. But we should be going live pretty soon. We'll use that as a kind of a lead into predictions, Skaz.
Okay, predictions. I reckon 4-3 Winx Club Badlands.
Okay.
It's going to be that, and I bet my socks on it.
Okay.
I bet my favorite Batman socks on it.
Those are my Batman socks if it is not a 4-3.
Okay, sure.
Cool.
I'll mail them to you.
Awesome.
Give me your PO box on stream.
Maybe later. Maybe if we go to a third map.
Okay, if we go to third map, you have to give out your PO box on stream.
Yeah.
Right,
for
great.
sure. That's a done deal. That is a done deal. Look, personally, I think this is going to be a really low scoring game. I think we might see. I would be shocked if we see more than 5 rounds finished.
Really?
Yeah,
it's not
I
gonna
think
happen. It can't happen.
I think we might see like a 3-1, maybe even a 2-2 into a golden cap. It's Badlands, man. Neither of these teams are like really outclasses the other one. And I just think it's going to be a really just a methodical game, right? Methodical, holding out, letting Ubers even out.
Yeah, I guess maybe, but I will have to say that you're wrong. You are wrong.
Oh well,
and I'm going to be correct in this scenario.
Okay.
If it's going to be a lot of rounds, it'll be a 5-0 to Winx Club.
Okay.
Winx Club will take it 5-0 if it's a lot of rounds.
Yeah, and we'll be able to see the start of that as both teams have readied up. We do have the first mid of the intermediate grand final for season 26 of ozfortress. Winx Club versus White Noise. We've got Meth rolling out through his own house and Lex mirroring him. They're going to be trading some spam at the beginning as we do have Yachty jumping in really early. KPC trading his own life, so both soldiers down. But White Noise here are being forced back into their own choke quite hard, but they've had a double aggression from the flank into Winx Club's Valley. And that's actually just a really clean take from White Noise. They're dominating the ground on the mid, collapsing on those players on the low ground, and they're going to end up being pretty much full Ubrad for a last push.
Yeah, and see how Yachty jumps right across the point there to make space for his team. Unfortunately, I think maybe looking for Meth there, but couldn't quite get him. And so we're coming on to second here. White Noise coming onto the spire, trying to get some height advantage, maybe moving into lobby eventually, and they've got a large amount of Uber advantage here. We have Tachyon on the pyro, sitting there, he's waiting, he's ready to air blast them back, and looks like, who is that? Who's Bucket? Oh, who is Bucket?
Bucket? That would be the other soldier for White Noise.
That'd be Vanquish.
Yeah.
He was poking bottom right there a little bit, and it looks like White Noise getting their buffs out. We're going to see a push in from the top left here. The Uber comes out. Sentry is down quite early. They're just taking the high ground. What do you think about this push, Michael? Oh my lord. Meth going down very early. He just dropped down straight away. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get this last push as the spawns and the heals come up on Winx Club.
Yeah, I really like how White Noise started that push off, but oh man. That
Rising going down.
T3 getting in at the very end, fade away rocket onto Rising. Now that is really key because that is going to mean that Winx Club will not be able to push out. I really like the way that White Noise started off that last push though, where they had the soldier coming underneath and spamming out the gun, but White Noise just couldn't really do anything else off of that. They got nothing off of the Uber, as they are going to look at pushing back into Spire here.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a Roma fight happening on the flank as Vanquish gets pushed up. We have both soldiers on the flank, trying to maybe get something done there, but White Noise just taking all of Trash, all of Spire, spreading themselves all about, taking up their side of the map, and a bit of Uber building, I suppose, coming out from both teams as they're trying to get us a bit of a stalemate. Maybe a forward hold's going on, doesn't look like it. They're back on last, as we maybe see a bit of spam coming out. Did I just hear a conch or something?
Yeah, was that a battalions?
I think it was a battalion's backup.
Yeah, that was a battalion.
And the Uber comes out, actually. White Noise in very deep. They're going to pick up Lex. And Uber does come out from Rising. They're going to hopefully hold on to this last, and they're going to push him back in the lobby. There's actually a scout. Maybe on last. Am I blind? Yeah, I'm a bit schizophrenic, maybe.
That scout's out, and we're actually going to see Meth possibly get caught out by Decap here, dueling around the Spire, and Meth isn't going to be able to hit a pipe, but Decap is going to get that kill, as KPC is going to look for the return frag, but Decap is just breaking ankles here, not getting hit by a rocket, except for the splashes. He actually does
because
nearly
the pickaxe! Come on, Kate. Oh, bad luck, man. Alright.
No honor on Winx Club.
Should have gone for the melee fight.
Oh,
Backstabs only.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see a bit of a push here from Winx Club as Lex is just poking into the little, getting some spam stickies out. Huge bomb in from, I believe that was T3. He doesn't get much just there. Maybe going to go for a bit of a kill onto Rising. Doesn't quite get it. And the cap comes up here for Winx Club. They're going to start moving in through what looks like Valley.
Yeah, but the thing is, White Noise actually have Uber here, and Winx Club may not know that. They're getting really aggressive, looking to catch them out kind of as they're going to get Uber. But if Winx Club want to, they can just catch him out here. Rising doesn't have Uber, and he will just die. Lex will follow his own fate as Yachty's getting chased on Spire. Surely to get cleaned up here, but he's going to have the support from Decap on Grey Bridge.
Oh, Tachyon on the medic gets Remorse. Just not having the support that he needed from his players there. White Noise looking quite weak on this second, and all the players just all over the place, quite a lot of chaos. Counter jump after counter jump. Vanquish is on Spire, he's going to start capping up. 2 frags coming out just to get into the fight there for White Noise. Sorry, Winx Club. These W's, man, I'm telling you. There's too many. And,
yeah, speaking of the W's, neither team taking a W on a round yet, but Winx Club looking to set themselves up for it. What's this, a 25% Uber ad? White Noise have opted for the sniper, and they're actually not going to build. So with the Winx Club grinding this Uber on their own scout, this ad will slowly increase for them.
That is interesting, though. I guess they're under the assumption that the Uber advantage is a lot larger than what it actually is. They might have just thought, you know what, we'll give out buffs, we'll get our sentry up, and we'll just wait for them to come into us, but not quite the right play. I think they might have been able to build the Uber, but
I would agree with you, but the thing is, it's Badlands last, and an engineer is almost always better than an Uber if you can play it right. As
Tachyon just plus forwarding that sentry doesn't look like he's gonna get it. Mansalute keeping that up thing like crazy.
And the thing is, that's the great play with that. Like, they have Uber now, and all that all that Winx Club got with the Uber is just the gun. That's it. They didn't get a single kill. They didn't even get damage.
Even some damage, and actually the combo coming in through main here. They're gonna go up to bats.
Oh no! They didn't clear the traps.
Blind debt? That had to be a blind debt.
Either that or Decap was scouting forward, and they just White Noise. Now this is a bad situation for them. By the time Remorse gets up, it's going to be about 75% disadvantage. But Winx Club want to fight it beforehand, and
Benny,
I don't like that.
Denial by Benny. He just sat there in main and just air blasted them all back. And they're just going to sit back and lobby. They still have the Uber, so the push isn't failed just yet. Looks like they're going to start moving in. Tachyon taking this Uber. Benny's right in front, trying his best to air blast them back. He's not getting taken down. Benny just shutting down the Uber, and the Mansalute heavy play just getting all this damage out just on the floor like an absolute tank.
Winx Club just rushing that push, and they're going to lose Rising for it. And Rising dies so late there, 20-second respawn pretty much. And by the time he's spawning, Remorse will be on about 80% Uber. Now they need to clear the soldier here. Okay, he gets
No
Eager.
way!
Oh my god, he gets both. And
He doesn't.
Remorse.
He doesn't.
Okay,
Okay.
he'll leave. He won't get Remorse for that. Oh my, but still, it's going to be about 65% Uber ad.
I think surely that they're going to take Spire off of this, I think. They're going to get Uber very soon. As amazing as that play was, I think they're going to be okay. White Noise, not too detrimental for them. And maybe, I don't know, they're going to be moving in through choke or something here with their Uber advantage.
We might see an Uber getting used. KPC's getting pretty aggressive in house, going to find himself Vanquish. And we're actually, White Noise are looking to take it through choke. Sticks are dead. Bill, rather, does die. Oh no, and so does T3. As they do finally use, Rising is still in, so he might get caught out by Meth here as he does.
Hello?
And we have a pause.
Oh, I thought I timed out. That would have been a pain. Let's have a look at the situation here. Remorse still has a little bit of Uber. Lex, can you see that rocket on Lex?
Let me find Lex. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, Lex, buddy.
Bad luck. We have Yachty underneath the point. A few players on Winx Club behind, and they're going to be maybe talking some strats about what they're going to do. Both soldiers a little bit behind. I reckon Remorse goes down after this pause.
I think it's going to depend on how quickly the players in front die. I think Lex is already eating that rocket.
Yes.
Lex is pretty much dead, and you've got Meth in front of Tachyon and Decap.
Do you reckon Meth gets both air shots here? I think he hits them. I think he hits these.
Well, the thing is, he's got his own roller on the ground. I don't know how close that is to blowing up. He may just eat a bunch of damage and die to the double hit scan. I think Tachyon and Decap will both definitely die. That I have no doubt that Benny should be able to clean up with the rest of that Uber. So we'll be seeing 2 up on the side of Winx Club. KPC should live, and like I said, it's just those 2 soldiers behind. We've got Yachty on red team's shithouse, and then we've got KPC in the house going for the pack. They'll have 2 full health soldiers bombing behind White Noise on this post Uber.
Yeah, and Rising actually, unless he's just died or maybe coming up very soon, gonna have a little bit of Uber advantage maybe to hold, maybe in forward hold in lobby when
Rising
come up.
No, Rising pretty much just died on that pause.
Okay.
So he'll have I don't think he'll even get forward spawns here, maybe. Depending on how many players on White Noise stay alive.
We see the unpause actually coming through, and all those players just got cleaned up completely. Both those soldiers actually get air shot. One of them was Vanquish going down very quickly.
He nearly just had the best timing. Remorse was alone under point, but Yachty just didn't quite see it. He's going to try for the bomb now, and they have no idea.
He's in! Deciding to shoot the scout there. Unfortunate, maybe thought that he couldn't quite get Remorse, and maybe the scout was a bit better. He calls beef in the chat. Bad luck, Yachty. Maybe next time. And the push comes in from White Noise here, getting a little bit of high ground. KPC's up on Spire, and they're just going to take second. Nice and easy, cleaning up on middle there. Can you see that main door just sitting open? Or is that just me? Am I hacking?
That might be the pause.
That might be the pause, okie dokie.
Yeah.
So a bit of a forward hold here, and I might have to reload my HUD. Maybe that'll fix it.
Yeah, reload of a HUD or a retry should do it. As while you're doing that, we do have White Noise finally taking lobby. As they do have Uber ad, it's a 20% ad, and they want to look at just bringing it in right away before Winx Club can get any off classes up and in position. But they're not getting anything with this Uber. Tachyon isn't even going down on the Pyro. They're getting on the point so quickly, they've got over half of this cap as Winx Club is forced to pop the Uber, multing on all of their players on the point here. And White Noise, they're just backing out. They don't want to stick around and refight this.
Oh, KPC getting caught out there on lower right, and these solid pushes from White Noise. They keep coming through, and they're not quite getting them. Just that follow through, you know, it's not the damage that they need.
And that's where we saw the pause come in. It looks like Yachty timed out after that last push, so that will make sense as to what happened there. As we do have even Ubers coming out, Remorse with Bill sitting quite passive on their own Pride Rock, grinding this Uber. As Winx Club just in last, they still have the Pyro, they still have the Engineer. They're not even checking if anyone's in lobby. They're just sitting ready for some sort of poke to come through, but White Noise are nowhere to be seen. And if Winx Club do a little bit of poking in the next few seconds, they might find that information, as White Noise is really slow to enter once they've got an Uber, but they want to be sure that Remorse is not going to get caught out to any stray players or sticky traps as they get him into lobby nice and safe, with Lex not having anything in the lobby area.
Yeah, it looks like just trading out a little bit of spam. Maybe we'll see a sack sometime soon. Maybe a few off classes on White Noise. I know Benny and Bill, both very capable snipers, so we'll see if something happens there. But yeah, they're just kind of sitting around. Blue team, Winx Club, just very comfortable hanging out with their sentry. Decap saying, "Shoot my sentry, I dare you." Looks like they're taking the bait. Getting some spam in there. Nothing really happening. Classic Badlands, I think, is what they say.
Yeah, this is a bit of classic Badlands. We're 10 minutes 30 into the game, and I feel like this is the 5th last push we've seen.
This is the one. And
surely.
It sounds like you're getting my socks, if I'm being honest. I think you might be getting my Badlands socks.
I think I'm getting a brand new pair of socks.
They're not new.
Oh, well. They're new to me.
Actually, who was that? T3 going for a bit of a sack. He gets shut down completely. Maybe we see something. Looks like Vanquish entering through bottom left. Oh no, he's just sitting up there. He was poking. Yeah. He was poking.
Benny actually taking a lot of spam from Yachty. Yachty is really asserting himself in lobby here. I really like this play just to keep White Noise on their toes, right? You don't want them to just sit around too idle. You want them to constantly be thinking about any aggression that could be coming out, and that just throwing a little bit of aggression. He wasn't putting himself at risk at all in that lobby area, just putting some damage out. I really like that play there from Yachty. That's just like a really small thing that a lot of players won't do, that is just going to kind of change how White Noise are going to think about this situation. Even if it's really small, any change in a stalemate is going to benefit you, really.
Definitely. Any kind of little bit of spam that maybe lets your flank get in, get some more space, it could result in a force, you know? It's that butterfly effect kind of
and
thing.
we have in the meantime, we have a really sneaky play coming out from T3 here. He went for the sack on the point, and he's actually gone for the sap on the gun, which is gonna get cleaned up, and he dies on point.
A little bit of a Highlander strategy there coming out from the big man T3. Sap the sentry, push in, take it down, but I don't know, no real aggression there from White Noise. Maybe a bit of miscommunication. Maybe I'm just a dumb caster who doesn't know what was going on. Who knows?
No, I think he maybe had intentions to go for the med there, but by the time he uncloaked, rising it, just got unlucky on the timing there, rising it back into spawn. He's normally been sitting on that stairs area, and any other time he would have probably gotten a drop there, but I guess kind of just, last ditch effort. He's uncloaked in front of the entire team trying to get the gun there, but he's come back up on Soldier. They're going to look at making some other plays happen.
I actually had a few of the White Noise players on. Spy is in the red base alert, checking corners and stuff. But, blue base, red base? I don't know. I don't know my TFT lore.
One of the bases.
One of the bases. Uber coming in. Meth very aggressive here. He's going to try and take down the sentry, but the air blast from, who is that? Big boy Tachyon shut down everything. He's trying to poke in the lobby, getting some good damage off.
They're going to get Meth there.
Yeah, he got just ditched by his teammates. They're out of there. They're back on second. Toodaloo. And maybe a little bit of push. Yachty trying to push in through top. Legs coming in with his medic through trash. Slow push here. KPC maybe going for something on Spire. Both soldiers on White Noise taking battlements. Trying to go for some kind of sack play. Lex getting some big damage out onto Bill. Bill goes down. KPC is dead. Not too sure what happened there, honestly. Winx Club going for a bit of a push. White Noise, they wanted to get something done, kind of salvage it, but couldn't quite get it done. They got cleaned up, and we're back on mid with a bit of an even Uber situation, and both teams not really wanting to do too much. Decap was on the balcony in Valley there. He's still in Valley. He's looking, he's poking. He's going to move through under the point, actually. No one even knows. He's going to sit still. Quiet. Waiting.
He gets eager and actually cleans up Benny, but there's still no response at all from White Noise here. Is actually they're gonna lose players fighting these players behind. Yachty will get cleaned up for it, but Decap is still finding his way around lower point. As that White Noise have no scouts here, and Remorse is just gonna have to look at getting out without the speed buff. He will try and keep his soldiers and Demo alive. Is going to do a good job at doing that with the arrows coming through. Benny will get the forward spawn as Bill will get forced to back spawn. I have a feeling we're just going to see White Noise stalemated out of this choke, look to get Uber. Maybe try and do a retake on mid?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Winx Club doing an amazing job on that mid of just kind of forcing White Noise to go everywhere. They just scattered their players all over the place, and they were just able to push them out, pick them off one by one, take some space, and both teams building. Remorse, he's catching up. He'll get to 100% in just a moment. And yeah, they're just kind of sitting there. Decap on the flank, KPC on the flank, Benny on the flank. They're just sitting there. Benny quite passive, waiting for something to happen. Both teams waiting for something to happen. Let's get some proactivity in here.
Yeah, neither of them, they don't want to make the mistake. They just want to be on the receiving end of a mistake.
And actually, it looks like Vanquish, a little bit aggressive in house. He gets taken down quite low. Yachty actually poked Choke at the same time as Vanquish was going in. Vanquish nearly dying there. So yeah, a little bit of a coordinated play coming out from Winx Club that didn't quite work out their way. But looks like Vanquish is in very deep, bit of a fast jump. He gets destroyed by Meth. Meth with a nice little air shot to clean up Vanquish. And looks like KPC is actually going to jump from balcony. He's in quite deep.
Oh, he's actually got the force off.
He got the force?
And he gets Tachyon as well. That's actually really good because, yeah, White Noise actually lost a player in there. So to get that front, but they're going to have two people just kiting them behind with the Zuba. But Decap actually, instead of going all the way behind, is just going to look at fighting these scouts on low health. Bit questionable there. I feel like he could have made a bit of a safe play, maybe get the pack somewhere and then try and escape through unders without taking the fight. But You got to do what you got to do in these situations. As we're going to see Winx Club look at quickly taking mid, trying to play off of the time that White Noise's spawners are going to come in on, and they've all gotten on point, but a lot of damage has been taken. As we're going to see Bill come through, get 2 kills of his own as T3's going to go down, and Meth gets some really nice pipes onto Yachty and Tachyon, cleaning them up. They don't get the midpoint, so White Noise can very swiftly take second here.
Can I just say, Meth's pipes on that middle were absolutely crisp. I think it was Vanquish was just sitting on the train, although he was standing still. Meth hit a nice little pipe on him, just a little cheeky one, and then picking up those 2 frags at the end of the fight. A little bit of Uber advantage here for White Noise, and they're moving into upper lobby. Maybe a bit of a push. I imagine they're going to pop on Tachyon and take it straight through. Gonna have to focus on that sentry. They have to get that down nice and fast. They have to take out Tachyon quite early. They haven't been able to so far. And hopefully they've figured it out. Tachyon's coming in. Oh, sorry, Bill is coming in. He's trying so hard to take down Tachyon. Eventually Meth cleans him up, but they have no overcharge. They can't come in, they can't do anything. And yeah, a little bit of an overcharge advantage on Winx Club, and nothing that White Noise can do for now. So they're gonna back out a little bit, play it safe. Do it up a little bit on second. Just see what they can get. Put some cheeky traps down. Wait for a pick. Play it safe.
Yeah, and, that's the name of the game right now. Play it safe. 18 minutes in. Still 0-all. This is the Badlands, and do you love to see it? I mean, it's good TF2 teams are not making too many mistakes. It's more the solid last holds that are making for this situation, as we do see Winx Club come out of their own trash. And they're going to look at taking Spire here, but White Noise are approaching very quickly on their own Uber charge, and if Winx Club don't go for something quickly here, they're actually going to look at being at a disadvantage as Rising gets forced, and they're not going to kill either soldier. Both soldiers are going to be alive. T3 going to be quite low on the bats, but he's going to get an arrow. And
yeah, they actually used, the soldiers on White Noise used the same strategy they used for the last second hold, but this time working out a lot better for them, as they did get the force and the full Uber advantage. They're going through under, maybe they've learned a bit of their lesson, and they're going to rush straight to point. Looks like Bill is on the point. He's just going to get some little bit of shots. He's on behind the point. He gets taken out. Just, again, not really getting that last push, despite changing up their strategy a little bit. All their players going down. Meth, he is caught in last, getting cleaned up by Decap.
And Remorse may have overstayed his welcome.
He might have.
Oh no!
Come on.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Decap doesn't lose those. Thankfully for his team, because if Remorse had gotten out there with 2 swords, that would just be more stalemating. As White Noise are actually going to get all of their spawns except for Remorse. I'll be interested to see if anyone goes back to meet him. As Benny's going to do it.
Benny's going to do it. Good old Benny.
He gets the short straw. As
looks like Winx Club are slowly pushing in. Maybe we're going to see a little bit of a jump from Yachty as he's just waddling forward. He jumps on the balcony. He's pushing at the flank of White Noise, and White Noise just staying in choke. A bit of a re-aggression coming in. I don't know. Both teams, actually the force on Winx Club, that's going to make White Noise walk out and build up their Uber charge, maybe go back in, because they're not. Oh, they have the 2-player advantage. They're actually coming in quite deep.
They need to stop the scout.
Jumped in with a few good stickies. Decap under the point, maybe looking for something cheeky. Benny has spotted him, so he'll get shut down. But actually, Decap with the 1v1 win, entering back in through choke.
T3 wants to bomb him. Interesting decision for the scout. Gets saved by an arrow from Rem. Decap is just going to be left behind here. They might just send both of their scouts to clean this up, as they both spawn now. But Decap's going to try and find his way onto mid, and no one's seen him just yet. He's going to opt for the safer play this time and get out, not put his team at a player disadvantage. And White Noise should be able to figure that out with both of their scouts cleaning through as Yachty.
Oh, he's got Skybox, dude. That was nearly the best air shot I've ever seen. Nearly.
Nearly, though.
As a bit of a... I keep saying bit of... Uber even Ubers for both teams. And we have another sentry up by Big Decap. Let's see if White Noise can crack the code this time. How do they get into last year? They're actually going to push straight in.
Oh, but Tachyon dead really early here. But the gun won't get taken down. Meth is nowhere to be seen in that Uber. And Really bad thing for White Noise about that. Rising did not get forced. They're going to put some soldiers on bats, looking to get some spam into lobby as he enters to see if they can get the force off early. Otherwise, we are going to see Winx Club walk out onto second and maybe not even need to Uber for it.
Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, White Noise are playing the game really well, but it's just that bunker strat by Winx Club that's just shutting them down every time. We see a bit of a trade come out from the players, and another trade come out.
Okay, you see.
That's not a trade at all.
That's a drop.
That's a big drop, and maybe going to trigger a bit of a push from White Noise. They're going to keep capping it up. Meth aware that Decap is on the flank. Decap maybe just backing off. He gets the back spawn, so they don't have to worry about that. And they're going to start moving in.
Yeah, they're gonna climb up Remorse onto the Spire. T3 coming into lobby to meet up with his team. As KPC going to return from his heroic deed, dropping Rising as Riders' team's about to look at pushing last. Maybe Meth will be in the super, but they have no Meth again. Will they be able to take out the gun? This is what led to the end of the last push. They've got the gun. Okay, they've got the gun. Rising's alone on the low ground here. None of their players are getting heals. He's going to be trying to get some arrows out, but no one on Winx Club is dying. They're taking a lot of damage, but there's no deaths.
That's a wipe. That's a wipe. They got Tachyon so early in that push, and the sentry did go down, but they just needed Meth in that push. They needed him to get those stickies on the sentry just to take it down. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The White Noise, they know what they're going to do, but they're not quite getting it, you know?
Yeah, the thing is, I think that's a decision that White Noise are making to not bring Meth in, right? He's there both times, and he came in at the end of the Uber, but they're just not bringing him in at the start, trying to bring him in at the end, and they're using T3 instead, as KPC is just going to get minced trying to go for another play on the Rising.
The brigade of Winx Noise looking like they're going to come in, or back off, maybe they get some buffs, figuring out what they're doing, who's going to go in first. Yodi's jumping in, taking some space up. He gets destroyed, actually. Maybe there was a trap, I don't know. He got one rocket and just died. And slowly just moving forward, we have T3 up on the Spire. Decap taking 1v1 with him. Gonna shut him down. Winx Club just slowly moving forward. Pick after pick, moving forward.
Oh, KPC, what a rocket on the Decap there over the edge of Spire. And the thing is, White Noise have really committed here, and they're only on 90%. They're gonna get cleaned up here. And that's gonna be a really late death from Meth and his medic. But they take out Lex, and that's gonna get death
goes
to Rising.
Down. Benny. A madman. I don't know about that whole hold. They just sat in trash. They kind of sat back. They had a player on the Spire. He died. Another person died. It's just like, if you're going to hold second, you have to be up on battlements, you know, because you need to be able to back out into lobby. And if you need, even further into last. But they were just in trash. Such an awkward spot for White Noise.
But they managed to salvage it. It was nearly a tragedy.
With the incredible play there from Benny picking up Rising. Huge aggression by the soldiers of White Noise. Take the Spire. Bit of a deathmatch happening up on that Spire. 2v2 MGE it seems. And I don't know, a few frags coming out for White Noise. Benny getting challenged. Both teams, I guess this is just how second is played, isn't it? One team pushes forward, another one jumps Spire, someone else jumps Spire, they die. White Noise, I feel like they need to get a big advantage for them to move out into second here and probably take it. But actually, blind as a bat, they have capped second. And the fight continues.
Yeah. Oh, they're right back out here using Uber, and actually Rising does not have yet. Oh, and he's so low. Oh no. And he gets it, pops immediately. They're going to take a Bill here, and I think Bill. Okay, Bill will finally get cleaned up by Decap. And Remorse is going to get so low by Vanquish, but Vanquish isn't actually going to get the kill. White Noise returns onto Rising, and T3 with a really nice fadeaway rocket there onto Tachyon, and KPC cleaning up Decap, who I believe was on Remorse at the time. And again, just another fight should not be going in favor of White Noise, and they're going to turn it right at the end with some really clutch plays.
Yeah, that was really well done by them. And they're going to start capping up middle. I'm sure they're relieved after all that chaos on second. They're on middle. It's alright. We can now stalemate at this choke instead of the last choke. It's all good. Huge Uber advantage, actually, for White Noise. They're going to start moving in. Yodi's on Spire. He's waiting. Maybe he's doing a little bit of a cheeky play. Maybe waiting for a soldier to jump him.
Vanquish will get found. And at this point, White Noise can go wherever they want. All the information that Winx Club have is that they're in-house, and they can go out to the patio or out the valley. They decide to go valley onto bridge, as they still have 40% Uber. They're not going to bother climbing. They know that Winx Club should not be fought in lobby here, and I want to see if they are going to try and push this advantage. Because they do still have ad. It's still 30% ad. That is definitely pushable if they can get the picks. And yeah, Bill is in onto Tachyon. And again, this is a Bill solo Uber. And they get nothing.
I'm not sure what they think is going to happen, you know? This Sentry, this Pyro, it's shutting them down every single time. Meph is not there to support him. Granted, Meph did get Tachyon, but it's too late at that point. You've lost half your Uber. They need to start thinking about who's in their Uber, who's going to go main, who's going to go lower right, how do we wiggle our way into this last point and get some space for our players. Because right now, they're getting shut down from the get-go. Meph, oh my lord, he was watching that trap like a hawk. He gets both Decap and Lex, two crucial core combo players of Winx Club, and they're going to start moving in through trash, regaining their lobby control.
I want White Noise to slow. Oh no, they're going straight for the point. This is actually so smart. They just need to make sure. They need to make sure.
The Uber on Rising, Meph is not in, and T3 is not in. It was just.
But it was a bait. Remorse gets out, and now they have full Uber. And they're just gonna bring this right in.
No, you're right. That was amazing. We're in top left. We got full Uber advantage. Let's get some frags. Lex goes down. Sticky's on point. This is gonna be good.
Finally. No, it's Meth and Rising only. No.
White Noise, the big brain play.
Remorse not deciding to go for the play. Like any other game, and Remorse tries for a back up there, but he does not opt to today. He'll back out, keep his Uber for his team, and probably give it one last shot. We've got a minute 50 left here. It's still 0-0 in the first map of the Intermediate Grand Final for Season 26 of ozfortress. As Winx Club, it's their push. They have to look at pretty much coast-to-coasting it. I feel like if they get stalled at any point or lose a fight, it is not going in their favor. And if they don't get past mid, it's going to be one last chance for White Noise to close out this round.
Can I just say, how Badlands is this game? Like, we have a minute 20 left. Okay, the Uber's in. Lex, he jumps in super deep. He's getting some good damage. Benny may be going down. He just slips away. But they're just going to keep rolling in. Vanquishing quite deep. He gets the force. And they're going to start... White Noise is going to start moving in through choke. Maybe trying to get middle here with their big Uber advantage. They pick up Tachyon and Vanquish. Two-player advantage. They're going to keep moving
They're just going straight in. But Remorse just dies to a trap. And Meth's going to get caught out and choke. Oh no.
Were they too keen, or was that just an amazing trap there from Lex?
I
don't know. But
they may have
T3
been
bomb
hesitant.
onto Rising. Oh, he got the air shot though. That was okay. Didn't pick up Rising.
He didn't. You've got KPC and Yachty on mid. KPC will go down. We've got 30 seconds left.
It's a golden cap. Has to be.
It might just be enough, and Winx Club know that this is their chance. There's no way that they... there's two options for Winx Club here. Go to Golden Cap or win. And they want the latter. They're putting Tachyon on Spire. They know that they can get Uber. It'll be really close, and they're just going to look at walking this in from under, I think, before they even get 95 on Rising, and they're just going to...
No!
Oh,
Meth picks up two, and Bill, he's going to pick up Yachty, and... Oh, they all just died. They all just died. There was a fire in the eyes of Winx Club, and it just got completely shut down. Oh my god.
That is a standard regulation fire extinguisher from White Noise, shutting that fire down immediately, bringing it to Golden Cap.
Incredible.
Yeah, that is peak Badlands.
Peak Badlands, but what an amazing map though. Like, of course we're still going to Golden Cap, there's more to go on, but like I feel like dude, the back and forth, man, what a game. I wonder, do we have the logs? I would love to see who's putting out the damage.
I've got it really quickly here. I'm tabbed out to look at this. I'll run through the numbers really quickly with you. Let me know when they're ready back up. So stand out here, Meth 306 DPM, top damaging in the server, and he's actually picked himself up 22 kills on demo.
Are you surprised though? Those sticky traps, like he actually. redemption.
Considering he's 5 above the next player on his team, which is a Bill on the scout, yes, he should not be top fragging on Badlands of all maps. A map where it's really slow. Maybe a lot of it is trap kills, but I think someone else on his team, you'd be looking for a bit more out of some of those players. But I also want to highlight the amount of damage coming out from Vanquish. He is doing 291 DPM. There's quite a gap between Meth and Vanquish, and then the rest of the players on the server. Meth, like I said, 306, and Vanquish 291. The next is Yachty on 232. Nearly 2,000 damage separating the soldiers of Winx Club. So, yeah, I mean, that's massive. And other things, Vanquish also actually top fragging. 25 kills for him. Decap picked himself up 24, and Meth, like I said before, 22. Yeah, it's just, it's a really high damage game for a 0-0.
It is,
right?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Because these teams are so active. It's not like the normal 0-0s where you're seeing where you will spend 5 minutes sitting on mid doing nothing, just trading empty damage. And they're so active.
Yeah, I think this is why I was predicting a lot of rounds this map, because as you say, they're active players. They always want to do something, and they did something a lot. There was never really a stalemate, and I think the 0-0 score doesn't really show how proactive these players are.
Definitely. And one other thing I just quickly want to bring up, because we should be starting again pretty soon. So, Rising died 10 times in that game. Remorse only 6. And I think that's how White Noise managed to keep themselves in it so well and keep themselves in such a dominant position, because it felt like they were in control most of that game.
Did it? White Noise was more in control.
I think so.
I think it felt like their soldiers on White Noise. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Because they were pushing the last.
Yeah, they were pushing the last and everything. Yeah, you're right.
I think they were definitely in control, as we do have both teams rated up for this golden cap. Still 0-0, as we are still on Badlands. First map of this best of 3 grand final. I'll let you take this one, Skaz.
Okay, so we have... what is happening? We have Yachty coming in through choke. He's super fast onto Meth. The jump that he wanted to do, he picks up Meth super early, and a collapse almost from Winx Club. They're taking this very aggressively. All the players on White Noise just absolutely getting demolished there. Benny underneath the point, picking up Tachyon, the cheeky bugger, while on 7 HP. Big advantage. Is it going to be a roll? Is the golden cap going to be a roll?
If this is a minute 30 long round for the golden cap.
I'm completely blown away by that middle. We're just going to see Winx Club moving in through upper here. Huge advantage. What kind of off classes do White Noise have? They got a heavy, they got a pyro, they got an engineer. They are very ready and very nervous. They are shaking in their booties about this last push from Winx Club. Vanquish, he's looking for a gun, he's getting a bit of spam off. It looks like maybe... I don't know, they're scouting it out a little bit, aren't they?
Yeah, I think this will work in favor for White Noise, because they really didn't spend a lot of time holding their own last in that game, so it's not like if the reverse happened, where, White Noise have a lot of information on Winx Club's last, as the Uber does come out from Winx Club.
They've only got Benny.
They get Benny, they get the gun, but Manslow's just off of... Oh, but the cleanup.
The frags coming out from White Noise. Meth and KPC putting out huge amounts of damage there.
Oh, and Rising is so far in here, trying to keep Vanquish alive, but... Vanquish will die here. Rising's on Grey if they really commit to this chase.
Maybe they can.
Maybe? Rising...
choosing not to.
No, he's got his spots. They know. They still have the ad. They don't need that kill. They can look at just using straight through here. And... I mean, if they use through the choke, the mid is theirs. But that's not what they want. They want to take this for free. They're going to be methodical, clear traps, and try to get through without remorse getting forced, as we have the double bomb.
Yeah, big bombs in from the soldiers on Winx Club, kind of strafing away at the last second. They were keen for it, but then saw the scouts on White Noise and were like, you know what, maybe I won't go for this jump. And actually, we see T3 getting picked up. Not sure where that happened. We actually have Yachty's behind. He's picked up too, Benny and T3, and he's Vanquish in house. He's in here, jumping. What's he shooting at? He gets the force.
No way. They need to. Yeah, they're not going to catch him. I really like what White Noise wanted to do there. They wanted to try and push the issue through choke. They only had their combo, but they knew they had the Uber, so if a Winx Club wanted to take a fight, they would win that fight, but they've been forced in choke. Winx Club have Uber. They know they are full ad. There's no question about it. And they're going to slowly push out here. Make sure they don't get forced. And Meth, he's got himself a different trap this time. But he's got nothing on Trash, which is where Rising will be coming out.
I will say the soldiers on White Noise, while defending second, have done a brilliant job at sacrificing the fight for them. So I'm not going to be surprised if we see a jump. Actually, KPC jumping onto bats, that's what he loves to do. And maybe he picks up something or pulls back a player, gets taken down, but he's taken back a few players, and that actually allows Remorse and what seems to be, I can't even tell, Bill to get out. Oh, man.
But that's just, again, it's another trade. White Noise will get the Uber. Will they? They should get 3 of their spawns up. Benny will be left to spawn at last. And I think they're going to try and hold this. They're just healing up their players from Bridge as Decap and the rest of Winx Club comes in. They're going to trade Ubers here, but the White Noise Uber, this has been multied a lot, and they are going to fade about a second earlier than Winx Club, but they're going to find 2 kills. Both soldiers for Winx Club going down in that.
Yeah, this is going to make it really easy for White Noise to move into middle. They're not going to have to worry about any bombs apart from maybe Lex, but it looks like he's backing out. He's going to take mid very, very easily. And both soldiers on White Noise, maybe they're going to go for a bit of a play there, but I suppose not. Playing it safe, playing it smart, possibly too smart. We did see Remorse use quite early just before as they entered through the choke. I don't want White Noise to be... I don't want either team to be playing too safe here. I want them to be playing their proactive selves, and I want them to be fragging out, you know? Don't think of it as a golden cap. Give us a good game.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, it's certainly... You know, we would love a good game, but for these teams, I mean, this game was meant to start a little while ago, where I'd say at this point, 40 minutes in.
It was a 2-player trade.
That's a trade.
Flank. Yeah.
But the thing is Yachty's caught out here. T3 does back out, so Yachty will have free escape if he does want it. But Decap will die to Meth.
This might trigger a little bit of a push here.
Maybe
Bill is poking it. He takes a pipe, so that's going to shut him down. Just spam being traded. T3 in-house, looking around, trying to get something. They're going to back out. Or, sorry, go forward. I am very confused right now.
I think we're going to see a sack come through from T3. He'll try for something on the Lex, but he'll end up just sitting on Spire, getting pistoled down from Tachyon. And, oh wait, in the meantime, Benny will come through, choke and kill Lex. And Benny's just still in. He'll surf out. That is incredible that he's alive. And that's Vanquish going down as well. 1-player ad on the side of White Noise as they're just going to trade Ubers as Yachty goes down very low. And Yachty is going to force Meth out of this fight, but there's still only 2 players and this is fading, and Rising will knock it out. He'll meet KPC.
Oh, KPC with a flank. That was incredible. Just to lock them out.
And, really good surf by Remorse there, putting himself on 10 health, getting away from Yachty though, and could this be it? Will this finally be the last push that works?
I don't know if it will be. They're going to have to start building that Uber quite fast because the spawns are going to come up on Winx Club.
Remorse hasn't been building. It's 15 ad. They could push it if they wanted to, but they know that they're not even climbing. They don't even want lobby here.
I feel like they should be poking lobby. I don't really understand why. They have a pyro. Winx Club have a pyro and an engineer on last. At least take lobby here. They did do this a little while ago in the regular, round. They were sitting back playing almost too safe, Just go forward, take lobby. It's okay. It's choky enough that you can hold it there. You don't have to worry that much.
But as I said, so it was 15% ad before, but because White Noise have decided to go for the full off classes again, as you would expect, they're going to end up being about 40% disadded. They're going to just sack him.
KP.
Oh, but they've Ubered in through lower, but they dropped Bill.
And Mev has been left alone in main. He can't get entered. Remorse hasn't flashed him, and they just have to back out.
And they're going to lose 3 for that, as Benny, he's going to get out with his life, but it's not what they want, right? They're going to be massive disad here. Yachty's going to get onto Remorse again. He'll get cleaned up by Benny, so that's good. But they're gonna lose Spire. KPC might try for something. He'll opt to just leave.
It has to be exhausting for White Noise to go for these pushes where they have such a good advantage, and to just honestly fail it every time. You know, KPC getting dropped there very early, and they're actually to push. And Uber comes in on Malphite. Lex is in so deep in the choke, gets Remorse to half HP, and they're gonna back out. Lex super low. He gets flashed. He'll be safe.
White Noise are going to refight this. They have 2 players behind. They've actually got a back cap going.
This might be
should
it.
die. Benny
Wait.
Ooh. Wait,
What?
okay. T3 will die to decap.
Okay, KPC is on second. He's just got the frag onto Yachty, so they're capping
Oh,
second.
decap getting killed there. And this is... Okay, this might be it. Full Uber. They won't get to last before the spawns are up, but it's full Uber. 100% Uber, and you've still got 2 players coming up, but they do have the gun up, but it's not decap. And I want to see how much that plays into it, because Tachyon has normally been going pyro for them, decap on the engineer.
Right.
I want to see if they have the same success.
KPC. Bill is in as well. Meth is in as well. They've got the sentry. They have all the height advantage they need. And Bill's going to start maybe baiting the point a little bit. KPC pushing in a little bit. Meth, look at the scout!
3v2. 3v2, both teams have heals, and there's a scout on the side. This has got to be it for White Noise.
Get on the point.
It's just a medic. White Noise do it.
They've got a round. They've got the only round they needed to get.
Yep, and that's it. That is 1-0 in Golden Cap for the first map of the best of 3. White Noise taking a very nice... They'll be happy with that one. To play for that long and to not get the round. They'll be happy to clean it up in the Golden Cap.
Oh, definitely. I'll be honest. I am exhausted by Badlands. Like all these players behind, and he's going back and forth and back and forth. Such a great round, a map from both of these players, or both of these teams, actually. I wonder, Big Michael, would you happen to have the logs for that?
I've got the individual Golden Cap logs, but we'll wait a second for our wizard Connor to combine them so we can see the overall stats. But I can tell you that Golden Cap was 9 minutes. That Golden Cap was 1/3 of the regulation time. So, whew. Okay, we've got the logs now. So let's have a look. Meth holding his top damage spot, Vanquish keeping his second damage, and those two still just outclassing everyone in terms of the damage. Meth ending up on 297, Vanquish 280. They both dropped a little bit from the Golden Cap. It was a little bit more stalematey than the regulation. Let's have a look at a few other things here. I will note... So I mentioned at the end of regulation that Rising died 10 times, Remorse 6 rather. At the end of the Golden Cap, so 9 minutes was played, Rising died an additional 3 times, but Remorse only died once. And that is just... I think that is honestly what you can sum this game down to, is that White Noise were just they were enabled by Winx Club, I feel, just to maintain control of that entire game.
Yeah, Remorse, everyone played so closely to Remorse, you know, and they just kind of protected him, looked after him, and then the soldiers on White Noise, you know, KPC and T3, those chaos plays on second, really saving White Noise, I feel like, you know, jumping onto bats, pulling players back, letting Remorse get out into mid, looking out for their medic in an indirect kind of way, you know.
But I think we're not giving Remorse enough credit. There was some brilliant surfs that he had away from Yachty there, especially in the Golden Cap. There were 2 times where Yachty had Remorse dead to rights. You know, low enough health on Remorse to die to 1 rocket, and Remorse positioning himself perfectly to not only just survive the rocket, but to then surf it away to put himself in a position to continue healing his players and live through the rest of the fight.
Definitely.
That was mad. Look, honestly, I think Remorse is the reason that White Noise won that. Like, sure, Meth put out a great performance, and even just the amount of pressure that KPC and T3 put in those fights was really good. But if Remorse misses a surf or misses an arrow in any of those situations, who knows what could happen, right? A butterfly effect, just chain reaction into White Noise losing a round in regulation and not even pushing it to the Golden Cap.
Yeah, definitely. And oh, sorry, never mind, never mind. Thought maybe we're gonna have a ready up here. I'm gonna go into the next map, but
No,
we
it should
aren't.
be pretty soon though.
Yeah, what do you think about Winx Club? What do they have to change? They were always back on last. I don't.
I think they need to get themselves in a more advantageous situation, right? Like I think the story of that game was remorse lives. That's it.
That's it.
Every time we took a fight, it was remorse lives. They either need to do a better job of getting on top of remorse, or they need to keep rising alive more.
Okay, well, let's see if they do that. We're going to go into map number 2 of the ozfortress Season 27 Intermediate Grand Finals. We're on Granary. Let's have a look at this mid fight. Meth coming in through Death Corner. He's going to grab the pack, setting some spam. Lex super weak. Luckily didn't get cleaned up by Meth there, and it's quite slow as nothing really happening just yet. KPC in so deep, following up on the damage there from Meth. And we're going to see a bit of a trade from both those players. Huge bombs in from both soldiers on both teams. Yodi trying to go in for something. He gets absolutely destroyed.
Oh, but we've got Tachyon actually behind, and we've got this players really split from Winx Club.
Going down to Tachyon. Beautiful flank there. Lex, Tachyon, and Decamp just cleaning that fight up.
Lex pumping out a lot of damage at the end of that mid fight. I think that was really key there. He got put low really early to position himself to live, and that's going to let his team take the mid with full Uberad. They're going to cap second, and this is Granary. It's not as hard of a loss to push as Badlands, so we'd be thinking to say that this will be a Winx Club round.
Yeah, we actually have Benny on Sniper sitting left side. Surprised I didn't see much Sniper from Benny on Badlands actually, but now that he's on Gran, we're going to see hopefully a few crazy shots from him, and looks like Winx Club entering in through left side. Lex just looking out for some stickies, and the Uber is popped. They're walking across, trying to look for some damage there, focusing out the sentry. They're going to get it, hopefully, very quickly. Actually, they did eventually get it, and a bit of a frag fest happening on the point there. White Noise getting some frags, trading frags, and they don't have any medic. They don't have any heals.
They don't
whatsoever.
have a medic, and they're all really low here, but it's double scout. But they're both really low, but there's no easy way to clean them up. They just don't stand on the point. Oh no. What a way to lose the first round, and a very quick round at that 2 minutes for Winx Club as they lead 1-0 in White Noise's pick.
Yes, very polarizing to Badlands indeed. So, round number 2, going in. Take it away, Michael.
Meth getting to mid a lot quicker and actually just completely locking Lex out. And Rising is actually a lot slower than Remorse here, as we might see White Noise try and get really aggressive on the mid, as we've got, I think that's KPC with a really early bomb onto Rising, forcing him back. But in the meantime, Mancelot and KPC will actually get cleanups onto Lex, and who's that? Vanquish. But, oh no, White Noise lost 3.
Tachyon going for the flank there, but gets shut down this time. Last time picking up the frag on Remorse. Remorse was very weak, to be fair, and so they're going to hold on to that Uber and maybe move into middle. Got to look out for those soldiers here. They're moving in through Death Corner. Bit of a unwise decision to move in there, I would imagine, and they knew it, so they sat back. And a little bit of a stalemate, I suppose.
Yeah, I think at this point, neither team really wants to be stalemating 3 minutes in. We're going to see some sacks come out from Winx Club.
He's so deep. He's out. Okay, he's dead. That was actually a really cool jump there from Yodi off of the massive silos. And KPC actually in Garage. He's going to get cleaned up by Decap.
Oh, but T3 actually dies as well. The Tachyon, he went in through DC. Right, and actually Blue uses Uber. This is going to be a much better Uber for White Noise here, as long as they can keep their players alive, and they will. Winx Club, tails between their legs, leaving through Death Corner, but
Bill absolutely mashed. And the scouts on Winx Club just going to try and walk forward. Manny's putting up a little bit of a fight. A double bomb in from their soldiers. They're just trying to hold on to the second point, and it looks like they're actually gonna hold on to it.
Oh, really nice pipe. Oh, Rising is so low here. He should be able to get out. Surely the soldier does not keep him. Oh, he does.
He's out. He's out.
Showing restraint. Showing, dare I say, remorse towards Rising, letting him live.
And the push actually from White Noise.
Oh, wow.
T3 taking a bit of damage. He's just getting some spam in and actually just getting ditched by his team. White Noise says, I'm out of here.
No, Tachyon gets in and kills Remorse.
What?
What? I missed that completely. Tachyon was his side of Gary and Remorse was in mid. How does that happen?
Doesn't feel like the flank is really there on White Noise right now. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're just dead. But yeah, they gotta keep their eyes on Tachyon. That's 2 times, 3 times. I don't know. 2 times, 3 times they let it happen. 2 times that he's died to it. It's such a short amount of space as well. Then he's on sniper. He's watching. He's waiting.
He's actually come out of spawn. He'll miss the shot onto Rising, but Rising will use, and this is really key because he used really far away. They're not going to be able to get anything with this Uber. I think White Noise are going to be happy with that. 50% ad, they're going to hold second. They've got KPC watching Vanquish. Vanquish will get the kill, as you'll have T3 and Bill actually look for this trade, as they'll get it. Vanquish will go and try and get a frag on the meth, but he'll get cleaned up by Bill. As we've just got some sticks on the shutter door on Winx Club's right, but White Noise have just walked out left, and they're going to take this right into Gary. They've got the Uber coming up now, and they want this mid.
They're pushing in quite aggressively here. Bill taking the beam. He's pushing into Garage, just trying to push them back, take some space. They've actually popped the Uber. Very surprising that they've decided to do that without too much of a follow-up. They're going to have to wait here in yard and look out for a push.
They're not even going to wait.
They're actually going to start moving in. Very aggressive here. Both soldiers on Winx Club pushing them out. Meth going down. He takes a direct rocket there in Death Corner. And Winx Club may be moving in through Death Corner here, getting some heals, seeing what's up. And T3 got for a massive... Oh, he's just jumping away. He's out of there. But yeah, dude, just collapsing. Just slowly taking middle Winx Club.
Rising. Okay, he'll eat the second rocket. Surfaway doesn't get forced, which is the key thing, because now they have 50% ad. And Remorse, he might get caught here. Meth will sacrifice himself for double punch, but he gets saved by the arrow. What an arrow by Remorse.
Leapfrog. One med dies, team gets out. Other med dies, team gets out. They're playing Granary, I tell you. It is amazing to see this, that both medics are surviving these pushes. Winx Club.
Oh no, they're not gonna find him. He'll get he won't get the 2 rocket. Remorse will get forced. At least he won't drop. And Yachty, Yachty will die. But the Uber will get used. And White Noise don't want anything to do with mid.
They don't want it. They understand that Rising has that Uber advantage, and while he doesn't have it, the Uber just yet, he will get it quite soon. KPC doing a little bit of damage in Garage, maybe trying to get a force or a kill onto the medic, but doesn't quite get it. And so White Noise, they're sitting back, they're ready to skedaddle into second. And Benny's on the right side. He's about to take a 1v1 with Tachyon. Tachyon winning it. Benny just slipping out. And they've actually, Winx Club pops the Uber, which means that White Noise yet again have Uber advantage. I don't think Winx Club are going to be able to take this fight.
But they're going to deny second. They're not even going to get the cap here. Scouts are going to try and poke it, but Remorse has actually got an Uber now. Well, if Yachty gets another force off in this spot...
There's no way.
They're going to go Shutter again.
No one's
He'll check it. They'll check it.
No, they're not checking it. Oh, he's just jumping out. He's out because they pick up Jeff and Benny. Huge traps there from Lex. And just...
They're gonna get the cap though.
It's on behind.
Okay, they use... Okay. This is concerning because White Noise don't have second. They will not get this cap, and Winx Club are going to walk into last. They're 15% off of Uber. They might just even give it a few seconds. Decap will get put really low. It will get cleaned up before they get the Uber. And okay, he's just gonna, he's gonna live. They're gonna maintain their Uber advantage, wait for their 6th player to come up, as they don't want to play into player disad with the spawn from White Noise coming out now. Actually, no, I eat my words. They're gonna Uber in, player disadvantage while they have the player up. They don't care. They're gonna start standing on that point and claiming it as their own. So this is really going in favor of Winx Club. They're cleaning up Remorse, cleaning up Benny, as well as T3 and Bill, and they're just gonna man-fight them.
Super dominant push there from Winx Club. Can I just say that Winx Club played White Noise like a fiddle? like players behind, and then they pick up someone, and then White Noise are like, what's going on? Who just died? And there's confusion, and oh boy, like, oh, this is good. This is good from Winx Club.
And we've got Meth and Lex actually getting to mid about the same time. Not a lot of damage being traded off by the two, but you've got KPC really early bomb going to get cleaned up by these scouts of Winx Club there. So we're going to see some counter aggression come out from the soldiers of Winx Club. Yachty getting melted down, but Mansalute's actually going to die for it. Not Yachty, as White Noise is going to lose Benny as well. Both scouts down. They're going to look to leave with their players. So T3, he's not going to go for anything special. He's just gonna live.
I love those bombs from Winx Club, you know? Vanquish and Yachty, they go for the jump and they strafe wait the last second, they get an arrow, they jump back in again. It's just like, it's a cycle. They jump in, they strafe away, they jump in again, they push him out slowly, and we have an Uber coming in actually from Winx Club. They're gonna maybe just go for the solo, and Decap getting left in by his medic, unfortunate. Vanquish pushing the lunchbox area, doesn't quite get anything, and a bit of a stalemate.
Might get Benny.
Oh,
he'll get Benny, but KPC will clean up the kill, which is fine. 2 down on the side of Winx Club, and they're still holding this pretty well. But we'll see White Noise push out a second, try and get anything for themselves, but they'll get the Lex.
KPC, huge bomb onto Lex to pick up the frag, and Tachyon gets a crazy rocket onto him, and he goes down. And it's just cleanup duty right now for the boys on White Noise. Oh, they call me Eminem, I think. Oh. The boys on White Noise. Anyways, we're on middle, and Vanquish, he's gonna get caught out in death corner by the flank of White Noise. And so, I don't know, even Ubers, player advantage for White Noise. They're building it. White Noise, Winx Club both building the Ubers. And a little bit of a stalemate, I suppose, is gonna be happening for these two teams.
Yeah, might see T3 maybe going for a sack. He was positioning himself aggressively in Gary. No off classes just yet in this situation. And so we've actually got everyone in White Noise and Gary. DC is completely open, and White Noise will lose 2-4. Nearly a third. KBC will go very, very low.
Yeah, I don't really know. There was a push into, or an attempt to push into left side, but White Noise didn't really have support, and so we're going to see Vanquish do a huge bomb onto Remorse. Oh, Remorse!
Oh, he'll drop.
He drops his Uber to a massive bomb by Vanquish. Huge stuff there, and Winx Club, full Uber advantage and massive player advantage, and they're going to just pick up middle. They're aware of the players in forward.
What? Yeah, Bill was sitting in spawn full charge. They were sticking it, but he just falls to the wall, peeks, and gets the full charge body shot on the right. And this may have salvaged the round for Winx Club. They've got second, but they're going to be at a bit of an Uber disadvantage. Just no one has... Okay, someone has gone back for Rising. It'll be minor, but they've 2 players back there. There's
really
only 1 player in second.
Push here by the flank of White Noise, trying to take second, but I suppose it works out for them. So they're going to try and start the cap as... I don't know, Winx Club, they're in lunchbox. Yachty, he's in there, he's looking for something. Eventually, he just decides to back out, and we have another stalemate. We have another stalemate on second in yard. I suppose we're going to see a little bit of spam being exchanged. T3 in lunchbox. He's looking around, he's looking for a flank. He's poking into yard. Not really sure what he expects is going to happen. Yachty is actually in his classic Yachty spot. T3, you can't be doing that, man. As the push actually comes in, the support comes in from White Noise. They're going to pick up a few frags. Yachty going down there. He craters. KPC looking for a frag on left yard. Dies to Vanquish, the SMG. Oh, Vanquish, you can't hit these, dude. You can't do this to me. Alright, he doesn't. He doesn't do it. Absolute chaos here. And White Noise maybe coming in through Death Corner. Nope, they're just going to sit there. They're going to build it up, as they do have quite a lot, or quite an Uber disadvantage for them. So they're going to be sitting back waiting for Winx Club to come in. Yachty, super fast actually, coming in through right yard, trying to make something happen. They're going all the way through lunchbox. They're going to try and cut off the boys on White Noise, and Benny gets the force. Well done to Benny. We still have those 2 soldiers just sitting in second. The same kind of strategy they had on Badlands. The 2 soldiers on White Noise just kind of hanging out. And a bomb from Yachty, nearly picking up Remorse, but doesn't quite get it. Huge frags there from T3 and Meth to clean up. They're going to start moving into yard.
T3 actually finding both of those kills on the flank is actually Remorse gets forced. He won't go into mid with his team, but Meth and Bill want this.
Have you noticed Vanquish on second? He's just there.
Oh
He's
my
taking
god.
1v1 with KPC.
And KPC is not healthy. And
This
he's
one
gonna
here?
get it.
No, sure be not.
No
There's a 1v1
way.
again.
Okay,
They're cleaning
he
him
gets
up.
both. No, Vanquish. No one spawning in time. There's no one there. Why is he going to last?
He can't.
Go to last, Vanquish. Go.
He's going. He's gonna have to fight KPC though.
But
He's
got to fight Mansalute and KPC. Okay, they'll get it anyway. They clean up the rest of the players. But... Whew.
I can't take this.
Okay.
I can't take it. There's too much going on. My little baby peanut brain cannot keep up. I love it.
If White Noise had have not lost that round in that instant, oh boy.
A 3-0 here for Winx Club.
Yeah, and it's 15 minutes in.
This is the kind of game I predicted to happen. I'm gonna say that. And Lex so weak on the middle yet again. He doesn't get cleaned up by Meth. Meth is looking for a bit of damage on the scouts here. Not gonna get too much done as we see a huge bombing from KPC over the right side, and Lex, he gets dropped. He's dead. Yodi's dead. We have Vanquish dead. All the boys on Winx Club just getting destroyed here by White Noise. Meth hitting some crazy pipes there. Good on him. But
oh
Tachyon,
no,
what is
Tachyon.
The beast that is Tachyon cleaning up. Bill cleans him up. The janitor gets janitored, I think is the saying. That's the saying, right? That's a saying.
Yeah,
Everyone says that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone says that.
Yeah, right.
Janitor gets janitored.
Yeah.
2020.
Yes. That's my presidential... Never mind, we're gonna watch TF2 now. We're gonna stop shitposting. So we have, who is this? White Noise in yard. Big push, big bomb from Dotty. He's trying to make some space for his team. And they're gonna pick up KPC here, taking yard with a big Uber advantage. White Noise gonna have to be looking for some kind of sack, some kind of force, something to redeem this for them. Not sure what T3 is doing over there in Death Corner. He's trying his best, I suppose.
He is trying his best as he is going to walk all the way back to second as Rising users?
Yeah, they used him. Lex went in super deep.
Right, okay, but they're not going to get anything for it. You've still got T3 behind. I think this will either work really well or really poorly. You've got all 5 players going through Death Corner for Winx Club, and they're just going to get shredded. T3 is going to pick the wrong door. He'll get Tachyon. But he'll go back into yard just to find the escaping players of Winx Club. Wow, that could have been a lot worse for Winx Club. They just walked 5 people into that death court.
Okay, so White Noise moving in through the left side yard. They're going to take a wide, maybe take a little bit of lunchbox here, see what they can get. If they cut him off, they're going to start moving in. Bill's got the beam, he's moving forward. He is tunnel visioning Lex. The Uber gets popped, and he's just going to keep moving forward. Scattergun shot into Lex. He finally goes down. He's still going forward. Oh my lord! All
but Rising will get Uber. Rising will get Uber in a second. But the thing is, he has no one on his team to heal.
He can't. Oh, the Uber.
He'll get it in time. Oh my god! If you're Rising there, you are fuming. All of his players are running away from him on 98% Uber.
Bad luck. But that's the first round there for White Noise. They've got to be feeling good about themselves after such a dominant showing from Winx Club. Let's see if they bring it back. I reckon they'll do it. They're gonna bring it back. It's gonna be third map, dude. It's gonna happen.
It might, but if White Noise keep on playing the way that they've been playing in that round, that was a 3-minute round. We've got 12 minutes left. This is far from over. And we're gonna see him bust into mid double soldier aggression again as
KPC massive picks up Rising. Tachyon's he's clear up duty. Tachyon gets Remorse yet again.
Okay, but this is I know Decap and Lex, 2 of the stronger players on the side of Winx Club, but Lex has no idea where T3 is. He's gonna get 2 rocketed. But that is gonna be okay. Rising ended up dying a little bit earlier there. But it's only a few seconds. It pretty much is going to be even Ubers here. Remorse does spawn with 2 of his own players who'll be able to get into the fight quickly, although he may forward spawn. And he will choose to forward spawn, so it's going to be slightly larger ad than expected.
May I just say that Rising is on the critical Krieg in this second defense, so maybe we'll see some fat stickies here from Lex. And they're
Decap.
They're actually going for a fight here. Oh my god, Lex with massive amounts of damage. And Yodi's trying to do a little bit of spam. He's trying to get something, but doesn't quite do much. They're going to back out. White Noise are going to lock down second and maybe even pick up Vanquish here if he's not careful.
Really nice rockets from Vanquish, nearly getting both caps, and Betty just being left on 5 health to cap. As they're in. White Noise one. It's a crit!
Wait,
no, you've got to get Rising here. You've got to get Rising here. No, they're just going to cap again.
Come on.
No. Oh my god, they cap again. That's another really fast round.
I will be honest, I don't know if you can blame the last Rising beef in quotations. I'm not going to call it a beef because Tachyon wasn't with Rising and Rising couldn't quite keep up with his scout. So that not entirely his fault, but you've got to use the crits, you know, you've got to use it.
I feel so bad for Rising. He's been so close twice. And his players just leave no fault at all to Rising here because he just can't keep up with the scouts that he's looking for. As we're going to see Meth actually full health on this mid, but KPC and Benny will both die quite early here. Meth will follow with Bill. T3 going to be left for the last-ditch effort. He doesn't get the last rocket off onto Rising though, and Remorse will be running. He should be pretty safe here though. He's in second. Yeah, Vanquish won't chase.
Yeah, really strange bombs there from the soldiers on White Noise. I think one of them jumped up above Garage, strafed back around, decided not to go forward, so not really too much space there for White Noise. I'm actually going to see a really early push from Winx Club. They're moving in. Lex has got the beam. Decap, he's trying to focus down Benny. He gets picked up. Sentry on left side, not quite focused down yet. They're going to pick it up.
But they have no space out of spawn. This is just going to be a really easy cut.
Winx Club picking that up super easily.
And as both teams are finding the groove of the map, we're seeing round after round come through. In the past 6 minutes, I think we've seen 3 rounds come out.
Yeah, crazy stuff here. The map that I wanted to see and expected to see, and I told you, man, I'll be having those Batman socks back.
Oh. Do I have to buy you a pair?
Yeah, I need a new pair.
Damn it.
Mine has a hole in it. My big toe shows, yeah. Anyways, talking about my toes, we're going to be coming in with a big bomb here from T3, just trying to push him out. He's in Garage. All of White Noise actually moving around the left side of mid, trying to take what seems like Garage, trying to cut off their players. And Decap actually gets picked up. Meth very weak in Garage, maybe going down. Not
what
quite.
An arrow.
What an arrow. They're going to get pushed down.
And T3.
T3.
Massive position. He got forced into Gary, and then he just decided to go all the way around, cutting them off, knowing his team had the mid in the bag. And these are really late deaths, as Remorse is going to have Uber. And there's still 6 seconds until we get the demo medic and Tachyon on
Scout.
Scout.
They need to start moving, and actually
they're already in.
Yeah, they're already in. Yodi's up on the pipe, getting a little bit of damage out. He doesn't get too much. The pop actually does come out here from Remorse, and they're just trying to take space.
They need to get something.
They need to get something. Bill just plus forwarding, it seems, across the point. Just get on the cap, boys.
So much damage!
They're just, I don't know what they're doing. They're looking at stuff, you know, but they get the cap.
White Noise, they're only 1 round behind now, 7 minutes. They're really rolling it. I really like the way that they pushed that last. They knew playing into the spawners that were coming out with the med that they couldn't just go for the point. They didn't have the health to do that, so they jumped on the players that were not being healed, and then just cleaned up the rest with player ad. That was really good by White Noise. They made the right call there. As we're going in to the 8th mid, a lot more rounds than we saw on Badlands, as Meth is going to be the slower one and the unhealthier one on mid this time, but they're just going to look at turning that into a hard left push right away. No spamming over the point. So we're going to see KPC get a fat bomb onto Rising, put him really low.
Rising 1 HP there, surely, and actually Benny gets picked up by Tachyon on the flank, and there's just nothing much that White Noise can do here. They're going to start moving out. Luckily, T3 does get a little bit of a cheeky frag onto Decap, but he gets cleaned up, and they're going to be building as they run away. Tails between their legs. They just want to live. And they're going to live. Vanquish on the pursuit, but he's just going to cap it up. And a bit of re-aggression here from White Noise, just to hold second, as they do have the Uber, so you might as well trade. But no aggression, so they're going to be stalemating it, waiting for something to happen. And Vanquish actually poking in through Z here. He gets a few good rockets, but I imagine, yep, he's going to just walk out after pressuring them out.
And this is... I'm interested to see how Winx Club want to play this. If they just want to stalemate it out, let White Noise hold last and make them make the push, or if they're going to try and just, you know... I mean, just play normally, right? Who cares that we're in a grand final? We're going for points. We want to win this game. We're not going to win it by sitting outside a second for 6 minutes.
Yeah, and White Noise, they do have to start making something happen because they're nearing the 5-minute mark. They do need to get 2 more rounds, or at least 1 more round to force the golden cap.
But we do actually see KPC in drop down. He hasn't been seen yet, and no one's looking for it. He's going to get a bomb onto Rising. Drops him!
Beautiful. Dude, KPC has been on Rising. Oh my god.
I love that play. And you've got Yachty trying to make something happen, but he's going to be a total null factor. Remorse doesn't see him, but the bomb will be pretty much nothing. But
surely.
Okay, he'll get... No way. And they're going to get back capped. Okay, they have 1 spawn in 3 seconds. Meth might get here in time, but he won't get here in time, but they've got the spawner. And Tachyon is not healthy. Surely Tachyon does... Okay, he doesn't get the cap. He's going to back out, does not find Meth, and...
He's just taunting KPC right now. He's like, am I going in? Am I going in? You don't know. I know. I'm not going to go in. He's out. And the spawns are up. They're getting healed up. There's going to be a stalemate. A little bit of Uber advantage on Rising right now. And we see Vanquish in the lunchbox, maybe trying to go for a bit of a play here. He's going to walk out after a few spam rockets. And we're back in second. We're back in the big old wood. I'm sorry. I can't use my mouth, dude. Michael, take it away.
It's all good. We've actually got Vanquish right on top of Remorse. Really nice rockets there, putting Bill in killing range there. And White Noise are going to get that point, and they're going to leave. And they're at full disadvantage here. They can't lose any players for a force hit. Even if Winx Club need to cap, they can't lose anyone here if they want to have a chance at holding this round, because Remorse is still not up alongside Bill. And Winx Club's in last. They want to use the super. They want to make this 5-3.
Oh, DK getting so weak there, just getting the flash before he gets taken out. And they actually get Tachyon. Good news for White Noise, but there's just such a dominant showing here from Winx Club as Vanquish comes in to clean up on T3. And Meth is just hanging out. He's trying his best. Unfortunately, not going to get anything out. That's 5-3. So that has got to make you a bit nervous for White Noise if you are a White Noise fan.
They do have 3.5 minutes left. It is certainly possible. They pushed out, I believe it was under 2 minutes round before. And on Granary, if you're fast enough and you roll mid hard enough, you can get a 50-second round, or at least under a minute. So we could still see at least 3 more rounds in this game as we've got the mid underway. We've got Meth getting really aggressive on the mid here onto Lex, and you're going to see the Soldier aggression meeting him. Meth will die, but 4 players on the side of Winx Club will die, and Remorse is dueling Tachyon and wins it. And who is this? Which Soldier is this? Is this KPC? He's on Rising. He knows, but yeah, he won't be. No, he's going for it. He's going for up top.
Keen.
He knows there's no spawners. If he knocks him out of the spawn, he's going to get him. Oh, that's so late.
That is actually amazing for White Noise. KPC securing an amazing Uber advantage for his team.
And that's got to be a round.
Well, we can't say that just yet.
You'd have to think they're just getting the medic up now. White Noise are really slow into second here. KPC is just pretty much solo capping it.
Yeah, he's got his.
But they're coming
slowly.
Oh no. Okay, decap is on the sniper, but it looks like White Noise doing the unorthodox push. They're going to go through up top, something that neither team has done.
There is a heavy on the pirate. They're going to have to focus that out very soon.
Yachty going down immediately. And the gun. Oh, the gun hasn't been found yet. Gun is getting spammed out by T3. They're really good as Meth does get the heavy. As Lex is going to get bombed here by KPC. Rising getting caught with him. So much damage. It's all the same damage coming out from Winx Club here. And that's...
Oh my lord.
4-3.
I have no idea how Meth didn't die. He jumped onto the heavy, onto pipe, somehow destroyed him, gets out, gets an arrow, and just re-pushes with his team. Like, my lord, I honestly thought that was going to be a failed push for White Noise. They just didn't get that sentry, but somehow the damage comes through, and they clean up the frags, and
that round was about a minute 40.
About a minute 40.
There was a minute 40 on the clock at the start of the mid, and Lex is so low, just getting an arrow from Rising.
It seems like they're already being pushed into death corner here.
Meth dies so early though, and the trade frags do not come out for White Noise.
Absolute destruction.
Remorse went to get an arrow onto Benny, but Lex body blocked it by accident, losing his life for it. And
might be the death of Remorse actually. Gets an arrow onto Decap. Gets the pack! Remorse, come on! That's not a good.
No, I think that's going to be
It's not a
it.
good.
It's a 50-second round if you roll the mid, and at this point, we could be looking at a 6-4 maybe for Winx Club, but this will be the map for Winx Club. It is impossible at this point for White Noise to bring it back. So we've got a little bit of dead time here. Winx Club maybe going to be looking to pad the rounds a little bit more, though it doesn't mean a whole lot in the best of 3. They're going to try their hand at an upper push themselves. Decap getting spammed a bit. What a
Taking
map.
their sweet time with this push. Decap getting the beam, he's in, and Lex is just focusing on that sentry as much as he can. It's going to go down with a click. It's not going to go down. Okay, it goes down. Here we go. And actually T3 on the heavy, just kind of cleaning up on some damage. He's just hanging out. Yeah. What is that? A 6-4? No, wait, sorry.
5-4.
No, 5-4.
5-4, not getting
Again.
the last round. Oh my god. What a map.
I don't know if I expected 3 maps. Maybe I did.
Man,
I don't know.
I'm not shocked that it's gone to a 3rd.
No.
And that both of those maps so close, but so different.
Oh, without a
just
doubt.
so different between those 2 maps. They just I mean, Badlands Golden Cap 1-0.
Yeah.
Need I say anything else? And then 9 finished rounds on Granary with nearly a 10th. Let's be honest, if Winx Club capped that, 6-4.
Yeah, I feel like if they didn't treat it as dead time, that probably would have been a Winx Club round. And just looking at the logs here, we have Meth top damaging once again. Big man Meth with his crisp pipes, and just below him, Bill, with a little bit of damage there himself. So Bill moving up the logs a little bit. But we see, look at the damage on Winx Club though. Tachyon, Lex, Yodi, Vanquish. They're all up there, you know?
And they're all really close to each other.
They're all, and it's good, consistent damage. And I think because it's across the board, I think that's probably why Winx Club took that map. Like they're all having such a great presence in that map, you know? And unlike White Noise, you have just Meth and Bill putting up big numbers, but not to discredit the other players on White Noise. The other players on White Noise did a fantastic job. Players like T3 and KPC always making space for their team, and KPC always on rising, you know, always getting that crucial frag, but unfortunately it wasn't enough, and so it was a 5-4. Moving into Snake Water, do you have anything to say about the logs?
I wanna highlight.
Okay.
Same thing. So first map, Badlands.
Right.
Rising died 13 times. Remorse died 7 times. Across the entire thing of Badlands. Remorse dying less, letting his team be in control more of the game.
Oh.
Now.
Yes.
Second map. Remorse dying 13 times, Rising dying 7 times. Flip of the numbers, sure, that's interesting. But again, the team with the medic that dies less is staying in control of the game more. And I feel like that is part of the game that these teams need to be playing, is making sure that their medics can stay alive. And a lot of that, I think, is going to come down to denying the soldier aggression. In the first map, I felt like KPC and T3 were just kind of let to roam free, do whatever they want. And on a map like Granary, although it's a very strong map for Soldier, I feel like KPC and T3, they kind of did the same thing again and again and again, right? I think I saw KPC across the 10 mids that were played do 2 different bombs. And both of them ended up on the same place anyway, onto Lex. He wasn't trying anything different, really. I think that just let Winx Club get into a rhythm.
Yes.
As to where the soldiers were going to be. So Tachyon on Decap had a really easy job finding them. I think if White Noise are going to win this map, I think Winx Club will win this map. If both teams play the same way, Winx Club wins this map. But if White Noise, soldiers in particular, KPC and T3, I'm looking at them for this map. They need to either just be really dominant in the way that they play and just completely catch out Decap and Tachyon.
Yes.
Or they need to be constantly changing things up so Decap and Tachyon have no idea what's going on and they're constantly looking for those soldiers instead of having them jump into their crosshairs.
Yeah, and one thing I just want to add before we do get into this map is because of these Snake Water being a mid, that's all about these aggressive soldier bombs. I think KPC and T3 are definitely going to have a good time on this map. I hope for their sake. And we're going to go into the middle fight. Both demos rolling out through Saw, and they're just going to start trading some stickies. Medic dropping down. Oh, it's just a slow mid here as some spam is traded. Nothing really happening just yet. Quite polarizing to the last two maps where we see soldiers flying through the air. This time, they're playing it slow, they're figuring it out. Actually, I think this is the longest it's ever taken for teams to do something. And actually, KPC going for that classic bomb in and then just trading bombs back and forth. T3 does go for something, but the soldiers on Winx Club absolutely destroying the players on White Noise. Those bombs are just crisp as... And they got second. They have a large Uber advantage. They're only one player down, so they are not sweating at all. They're feeling comfortable. But White Noise, they're going to have to start building. They're going to have to start getting their off classes going. Otherwise, it's not going to be too fun.
No, it certainly isn't. We're going to see Winx Club look at making that push through under into the right-hand side, gone straight through the shutter. They've gotten through the shutter without having to use... They've found the level 1 gun from build, but this is just going to be a lot of kiting. It's Remorse, T3 and KPC are all situated in their top right. Kind of left alone, Remorse is. He's running into spawn. He'll get the quick switch off to meet with Meth. As this team is actually doing a pretty good job at holding the point. Bill and T3 will go down. KPC will get an arrow. It's a 4v3.
They're re-entering though, and the players on White Noise are quite weak. Decap's on the point, and then we're going to cap it up. That was such a strange last fight. We have all of the players on White Noise kind of playing around the shack truck area, just baiting these players, kiting these players, and then the back out from Winx Club that allowed them to re-enter with a lot more health and take the cap there. And so we're going to go into the second middle fight. Maybe going to see a bit of a faster mid. Who knows? We see Meth getting some decent stickies on Alex, actually. Similar fight, both teams using the same strat. Actually, T3 and KPC going for a big bomb. T3 gets so deep into Saw there, getting some decent damage onto Winx Club and actually vanquishing Decap super far forward.
Yeah, and Rising actually goes down in that, and it looks like Remorse might just be able to get out. No, Bill on the wrong side. Bill, what are you doing? You got a body block for your medic in that situation. Otherwise, Rising might have lived there if Bill was body blocking him, but Bill was well behind his medic, just letting him take chip shots from Decap on 30 health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
bit of miscommunication, I suppose. It happens.
A little bit.
It happens. That's okay. And Benny, he's on right side. He's sniping. They got a sentry. They are bunkering down for the last defense. And he's poking into lobby a little bit, looking for a medic maybe. Misses the shot onto Decap, that's alright. He'll get another shot if he chooses to. Scoping through lobby. And yeah, just both teams, well, Winx Club building up. Not entirely sure about White Noise. They, again, choosing not to build. White Noise, I'm not too sure. They don't choose to build all that often. And yeah, I don't know. And we're actually going to see
they
push
even
from
have
under.
A scout.
They don't have a scout, no.
No, they do. They got that
do.
on scout.
Oh, that's very strange.
And Remorse is actually just alone right now.
Oh my lord. Dominant push here from Winx Club, destroying Meth in that early start of the fight. And KPC is trying his best. He's trying to get out. Benny, he's in, trying his best.
I'm just really confused about White Noise's positioning there. They just weren't around their med at all, and that's something that they've been doing really well over the past few maps, is playing around Remorse in those situations, and they just left him out.
Yeah,
like,
interesting that
both
they're
times.
choosing not to play on left side with their sentry or with their heavy. You know, they're quite close to right, and yeah, I'm not too sure about that call. And we're gonna see a very dominant push here from Tachyon. He's taking a 1v1 with Bill. Bill decides to deny him. Vanquish, he goes down, not sure to where. And Yordi, he's in, he gets denied. I don't even know what happened there. Winx Club just sending a player in, they die, send another player in, they die, and White Noise are going to cap the point and start moving into second. T3 making his way under, maybe to catch off a few players, doing a bit of a sneaky. Actually, T3 is in so deep. Oh my god.
Absolutely destroyed.
If that pipe was not on stream, I'm going to be so upset. Okay, it was on stream. That's very, very good for Lex. Well done, buddy. There's
Connor gets to
ego
keep
boost.
his job for one more day.
Yes, he does. And we actually see a trade here on second as, I don't know, Decap kind of on his own. Oh no, his team is there. He's helping him out, and Benny goes down. They're going to start pushing White Noise back into grass. And Bill picking up Yachty just at the end there. And White Noise, they're going to hang out in mid. They're going to build it up. And I don't know, boys. I don't know if you can hold this one. Both their soldiers in very deep. They're taking the same amount of damage.
T3 does get out though, and yeah, Remorse and Bill should get out. Benny and T3 meeting them with Meth on spawn, so it's not too bad, but you're going to see Winx Club get really aggressive on the grass here.
Yeah, and Vanquish wants that classic bomb where he jumps in, strafes away, takes the attention, and
Lex.
oh my god, Lex in the skybox. He gets taken down by Benny. Good shot there, and Yachty very weak. I'm guessing he's going to get... Oh my god, Vanquish in onto Remorse. Remorse very weak.
Okay. Tachyon is the key player. Remorse is going to wait for a pack, so we won't be in one-shot range, but Tachyon is in lobby, completely undetected, ran through under in that fight. And I'm curious if he will look at going for a play, or if he's going to look at doing the back cap, and it looks like he's going to go for the back cap.
Yeah.
As, yeah, Winx Club are doing a really good job at denying this, and they're going to have to back through grass to try and deny this. They will deny the
good
cap.
rockets there from KPC just to get Tachyon. And they might even decide to push into middle here through dungeon. They're going to get healed up. Lex, he goes down. And just kind of checking the corners here, T3. He's looking around for the stray Vanquish and doesn't actually see him, but Betty will catch him out. And now the player has been found out. Vanquish so weak, and he gets cleaned up. Yeah, so
I really like the way that White Noise played. They went back and then immediately they had two players go back with their medic for the deny, and it was Meth and one of the scouts came back with them, but actually kept looking at unders. And when Winx Club tried to push back through their own unders into the second, they just got completely locked out, took a bunch of damage. That's what led to Lex dying and White Noise now having the mid. That was just really just methodical from White Noise. They didn't get they didn't get in over themselves. Basically, they just stay cool, and we're gonna see the sacks come through. Vanquish and KPC both done. Nothing too interesting happening.
Yeah, a little bit of a stalemate. It's actually White Noise poking grass a little bit here. They're going to try and make some space for their players. Benny's on the flank. He's working his way through. And just spam is going to shut out White Noise. I don't see them ever getting in. And actually a big bomb from T3. He jumps in, he strafes away. He's taking some eyes away from his teammates. And Meth gets dropped.
And will Yachty get... Okay, no. So Rising has used... Yachty will not get flashed, but because of the flashing, these Ubens are pretty much even in Lex. And they're all going to get crushed there in terms of damage. No kills, though. As Remorse and Bill are going to be left to leave again. But again, Bill's just...
Absolute wipe.
Yeah, that was just... total wipe. I think they're going to get two forwards.
Yeah,
F and KBC, but there's no way. And KBC dies in the forwards.
I don't know about that second push. They just kind of hung out on grass. They didn't really know. They didn't look like they knew what they were doing. If they had their flank maybe move in through cheese, and they could have made some space for their combo. But yeah, they just kind of sat there and let the spam just fly onto them. As we have White Noise back onto last, and Winx Club, they're building it. They understand they've got a massive amount of uber charge, and they're going to start moving in through right side. Lex, he's spamming him out, and the uber gets popped. Lex going for the heavy here, just trying to focus him down, get some damage off, and just a dominant pass push here. And Benny, he's up on Shaq, he's trying to get something done. The last players on White Noise, while very weak, trying their best to clean it up, and they're not going to get anything. Boy.
3-0, 10
3-0.
minutes in. But I will mention, Granary started 3-0.
Granary did start 3-0, and White Noise did bring it back, and I'm hoping that, for their sake, they have learnt a few things over their time playing this map, and they can bring it back. And I would like to see an aggressive push, an aggressive play on middle here from White Noise, but actually we see T3 back on catwalk. He's waiting for some kind of jump. He says, screw it, I'm going forward. Meth on their side of the point, Yachty, he's jumping forward, he gets air shot, he's destroyed. And just a whole lot of damage. Benny cleaning up that kitchen. Well done.
Still, it's now actually a 3v4. Rem getting some really good arrows onto KPC there, keeping him alive. That is going to be a mid in the way of White Noise, but Meth and Remorse, they're going to walk forward, look at taking second here. No traps on the horizon for Remorse. He should be pretty safe going in. But Meth wants to keep pressing this issue. But Remorse puts the leash on him. He's going to bring him back a little bit. They're going to take lobby as a team, but stickies are not being checked for. 2 people have gone through that shutter. And nobody's looked for these traps. Nobody's looked for these traps above shutter, and if Remorse goes through this shutter door...
KPC's in, he's going for a bit of a force. He gets piped by Lex. Lex with some crazy pipes, man. And actually, we're gonna see...
No. See...
What?
Okay, okay. That was bothering me so much. There were 3 or 4 people that walked in front of that main entrance from bridge into lobby for White Noise. No one checked those stickies. T3 finally checked those stickies. If no one checked them, they would have stayed there, and I guarantee Remorse would have dropped, without a doubt. So I'm glad that they cleared that. That was making me distressed.
Oh, T3 with a huge bomb, and he gets rising onto a little under half HP, and Benny is actually going to try and clean up on it. Oh, he thinks that Rising is in the corner there, but Rising is a slippery fellow, and he gets out of there. KPC, he's gone, he's dead, and Vanquish trying to go in through Cheese here, trying to get something done, make some space for his team maybe. Lex, he's so far forward. That is medic, but Uber does get popped. We're going to see a bit of a trade here.
It's just a demo trade, and they're just going to look at denying the point, as the rest of White Noise should be able to get back into this fight, and you've got 2 people just coming into lobby now for Winx Club. This is going to be a bit of a collapse onto... I don't know who's getting collapsed off. Both teams are trying to do it.
Yeah, I feel like
White Noise is getting the better end.
Yeah, definitely dominating this kerfuffle of a death match. And Decap actually picking up Benny and KPC. They're Remorse picking up Decap.
Bill
Bill is gone.
Remorse, you need to leave, sir.
No,
there are a lot of enemy gamers coming your way.
He needs to 1v4 this. That's what he needs to do.
Okay, Remorse has lived, but he's a bit too far. Vanquish will get pushed out. He'll actually get killed by T3. And this is what I like seeing Winx Club do. They're playing around their mid. He lived in that situation, actually getting the kill onto Decap at the very end. And I don't want them to rush this. I want them to take their time. They have 17 minutes to play with. They're only down 3 rounds. They just played the Uber ad. They've got 50% of it. And they should just be able to walk into last here and, you know, you would hope, for their sake, win the round.
Yeah, if you're a White Noise fan, you better be shaking in your booties. And we're going to come in through right side here. Uber's going to get popped off on Bill. Mef's getting a bit of a flash, and they're going to have to focus on that sentry quite quickly. And actually, we have a soldier on Winx Club flanking behind, and they're just kind of getting all the height advantage. Winx Club, they're playing all over the place, and they're getting out some good damage, but they just get on the point.
They're all so low. Yeah.
Just get on the point. Fun
and
fact,
this
boys.
Is,
get on the point.
PSA for everyone.
Dude, okay.
Points wins games.
Can I just say, and this has been bugging me for a long time about 6v6, if you just cap the point, you're gonna win the round.
But if you get a midi, you win the hearts of the people.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. And that's why Lex is the best player, because he had a massive midi.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we have... Oh, hang on. A very slow middle here for both teams, going back to that first mid. They're rethinking their strategy. Maybe Benny plus forwarding super hard onto Lex. They're going to pick up... That's 3 frags for White Noise. And,
oh, but you've got Vanquish and... Okay, Bill turns for him. This is really good. Bill should be able to get this kill, and Rising dies so late. Decap will get the kill onto Benny, and look at staying in second, but White Noise are going to go back to help Bill. They're going to clean up Vanquish in this kitchen, and that is going to be a mid for them, and they're going to have full Uber. Vanquish? Vanquish? Yes.
Yes,
we'll
Vanquish.
get the last kill.
Yeah.
Fade away rocket.
They had a bit of a dance there, Bill and Vanquish trying to get each other. They're both on very low HP, but eventually... Well, they both die, so... Anyways, we're going to move in a second, and White Noise, they have a large amount of Uber, and their soldiers jumping in quite early, just trying to check all these corners, as Remorse hasn't really had... At least last map wasn't a great game for him in terms of deaths, and they're going to maybe move in through under here as the Uber gets popped off onto Meth. Meth up in the air, he's getting airshot.
He's getting midied into oblivion. Okay, but he does get saved. They've only just kept second though, and Benny's gone really low. Remorse is stuck in here, and the rest of White Noise is just crumbling.
Yeah,
They rushed that a bit too hard. I think Meth, he's been walking with the Ubers the past few times they've tried to go into last. I think that's been working. The high bomb really just blocked him, like with the sentry, knocking him in the air.
and then getting air shot by, I don't even know who got it. I think it was Vanquish maybe.
It may have been the gun.
Oh, might have been the. Oh wow, that is not very. That's a bit embarrassing, if I'm being honest. It is a little bit, but Jesus, there is a large Uber advantage for Winx Club here, and KPC is poking in dungeon. He's seeing what's going on, getting some information for his team, and Winx Club, they're going to start moving through dungeon. Decap taking all the beam, and Rising actually
really high
so
bomb.
weak.
Oh my
god, he uses Uber. Okay.
Remorse needs to live here though. Remorse is really low, getting chased in under by Lex, and Lex will kill him. Yeah.
Amazing.
The thing is, you've got
Winx Club there.
Yeah, you've got Benny and Meths both still alive. Benny will get a cleanup frag. You've got T3 kind of holding out lobby here. You've got Decap. Is that Decap? It is Decap and his medic. Sorry, name's not showing up over the scout form. But yeah, Decap and his medic meeting up with Yachty and Tachyon. That's yeah, that's gonna be slight Uber ad in favor of Winx Club. They are 2 rounds advantage, 14 minutes left, as we've got an engineer and a sniper coming out from this side of White Noise.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if they should be playing on right side here. My general default thing is play left side, but maybe I'm just a dirty open player. I don't know. Maybe that's the strat to go with. I came last in intermediate. What do I know? But yeah, so I don't know. They're gonna have to be kiting this Uber quite a lot. The Uber actually comes in. Lex getting bounced around a lot there. He's going to focus in the sentry quite quickly, and the Uber comes out from Remorse, looking very strong for White Noise as they start pushing the team Winx Club back into lobby, and Tachyon going to get cleaned up. Vanquish, he's going to get cleaned up.
Okay.
Oh.
I think they need to get mid off of. That Uber was really eager. They didn't need to use that, but felt like they could because of the Uber coming out from Rising. But at this point, it's just a stalemate again. But those 2 players did actually get denied. And, okay, this is an opening for White Noise. They can look at taking mid here. And if they take mid, it's pretty much going to even out the Ubers, although they're already only 10% behind.
Yeah, and actually Yachty is actually jumping Remorse. He gets good rocket. One more just to clean it up. Just gets a Remorse. He is dead once again. I don't know, man. You really have to send your flank through kitchen, or just, you know, every route, just someone, just to check these corners, because Yachty has been cleaning up Remorse quite a lot.
Yeah, it's disappointing to see. You know, it's something that they did so well in the first map, slacked off a little bit on the second map, and it's kind of carrying into this third map. White Noise not being able to continue their form, as we're going to see Winx Club push through their kitchen. No damage being eaten by Rising until just now, but Lex getting really low. Just getting an arrow, as the rest of White Noise are going to meet up with their medic. They're at 40% Uber already, doing a decent job building that up, but they should realistically not be able to hold second here. Benny going to look to get some information, but he will get out on the bridge, eat some rockets for
very
it.
weak on Benny, and Remorse getting absolutely targeted by Decap there. Just it was looking good for their second hold. They really needed to be further back there with that Uber disadvantage. And yeah, we have T3 on the sniper actually. He's watching right side, trying to get something, but misses a shot. And so all of Winx Club just flooding through left side here. Huge bombs here, baiting the point. Lex getting some amazing damage, and they're just going to get another round.
That's 4-1. Yeah,
yes,
11 minutes left.
What do you, if you're White Noise, what do you need to be doing here? What do you need to be doing on middle? I feel like it's the aggression. They need some aggression, because it's that proactivity on Badlands that won them the map,
mids,
you know?
From memory, their mids have actually been doing them pretty well. I think they really... Yeah, it's just this phase play. They really need to be making sure Remorse is staying alive. Vanquish will get behind them, as we see... Actually, both soldiers on the side of Winx Club getting behind. Meth and KPC dying really early, along with Remorse. Bill, Benny, and T3 all left. T3 will trade for Tachyon, and Bill's coming in on really low health here, though. He'll get cleaned up by Decap.
Benny on Rising.
So close. 30 health. Good effort by Benny, but just not quite enough.
Yeah, I feel like these middles, I don't know if White Noise's mids have been that strong, because I know how it feels to be in White Noise's position where there's these soldiers jumping behind you into dungeon and into saw, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you say, well, they're behind us, so let's go forward, but then you go forward and you die to other players, so you're just kind of stuck, you know, and I feel like that's kind of what's happening to White Noise. They have to figure that out, and they can do it. They can figure it out, and we have Lex. Actually, the Uber being popped off on Lex, and looks like Benny's going to get, or Bill is going to get caught out in cheese. Maybe? Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
Takes 5 to get him, but they do finally get him. As that they're actually, Winx Club is just going to keep pushing this in. They've got 2-player advantage. KPC only just spawning, but Remorse is going to get left on the point alone with Benny. Going to meet up with Meth and KPC, but there's no one on the point. It's a 5-1. Winx Club, if they win one more round, it's theirs. They have it.
Yes, it is. And oh boy, I don't know, man. White Noise, they're gonna have to pull up their Batman socks, you know?
They will. They will need to find their Batman socks.
They'll need to find their Batman socks. And I thought you were a clone. Anyways, KPC, he's going for a big old bomb. T3, he's up in the skybox. He's trying to get as much damage as he can. Rising on 100 health. He's sitting back in dungeon, getting forced back, and actually picks up Benny as he's trying to escape.
He's left. Rising lives. Very, very dominating mid from Winx Club there, and yeah, I mean,
morale has got to be low for White Noise right now.
It does. At this point, 8 minutes left. You've kind of been beaten into the ground on this last map, where the other two were, you were really competitive in it. The one round that they got to bring it to 3-1 looked like we might see a repeat of Granary, but I guess a repeat of Granary is not what White Noise want.
Meth actually getting Yachty. Bit of a saving grace there, and Vanquish very weak, going under.
T3 looking for it though. He's going to get cleaned up with decap. Oh, and Lex getting Benny as well.
Yeah.
You've got a 3v4 here, and they're just going to bring in the Uber. They're just going to bring in the Uber. They're going to look to end it right here, right now. Spawn is coming out on the side of White Noise, but they're on the point. Will they be able to do it in time? Uber's just fading.
And that's it.
That's it. 6-1 to Winx Club. They are your intermediate season 26 champions.
Hey, Michael.
Hello.
What season are we in?
26.
26. 26.
26.
Yes, it is.
26th
well done,
iteration.
Of course, to Winx Club. Sorry, but earlier in the cast, I said I corrected you saying it was 27. I thought it was 27.
Can't
but anyways, let's stop taking away from Winx Club's victory. Well done, of course, to Winx Club. A very dominant showing there in Snake Water, and yeah, there we go. I would love to look at the logs, because I feel like they're going to be a little bit different to the last few maps. I'm not sure if Meth is going to be up there.
I have a feeling he may not, but by 4 DPM and what's that, 70 damage, he is. 388 DPM for Meth. Not a lot of kills though, which he did have quite a few to his name in the past few games. Only 8 kills, but 11 deaths. 308 DPM. Decap, though, right behind him, and I feel like Decap was one of the bigger difference makers on Winx Club in that last map. They were just Ubering him a lot, I felt like.
Without a doubt, yeah. He was getting a lot of work done. And, if you look at all the kills, we just see Winx Club. Just all 5 players at the top there. Just absolutely shutting down all of White Noise. I feel like White Noise went into this 3-map series with a strategy. I mean, they had a consistent strategy throughout the whole night. Obviously, they're soldiers, a bit of the chaos makers, and I think that Winx Club just caught onto that. They just caught onto that, and they were able to deny that, despite the strong showing from the scouts on White Noise. Well done to Winx Club.
Yeah, look, just clean TF2, a real lack of mistakes coming out from Winx Club, right? Obviously, they started off a bit slow on Badlands, found their footing in Granary, got to an early lead there, but then kind of, White Noise kind of clawed back a little bit, trying to get some of that momentum back from Prolands. But Winx Club holding on to it and then coming out and just dominating.
Yeah, and can I just say, Remorse with the 10 deaths. He has got to be feeling a little bit down with Rising on 4 deaths. Rising's name that match was choking, Wouldn't really say that about Snakewater.
Someone knows the Heimlich on their team. That is for sure. It felt like they choked Badlands away a little bit. Obviously, Badlands being their pick. And for anyone who maybe just joined us, in that last map, maybe got messaged by a friend, come watch this game. It's so good. Terrible casters, but oh my god, it's so good.
What do you mean?
Oh, we're so good.
My ego is big, and my skills as a caster are bigger. Yeah.
That aside, so we had Badlands, started off on Badlands, actually went 0-0 in the opening 30 minutes of regulation, went to a 9-minute golden cap, which White Noise scraped by through, and that was Winx Club's pick. We then went on to Granary, which was White Noise's pick, and Winx Club, again, barely scraped that out, but it was 5-4 in regulation. White Noise not having the chance in the last minute 50 to bring it to a golden cap, and then this map, Snakewater, picked by Winx Club, utter domination. Not sure why this wasn't their first pick. Maybe they felt a lot more confident on Badlands. Who knows? But yeah, just really solid play. I think it really ended up coming down to, in that last map, decap.
Yeah, I think I would definitely have to agree. But at the same time, Lex put out big numbers as well. I mean, it doesn't really show on the logs, I don't think. But Lex, with those last pushes, just the pipes and the stickies and the damage, it's just like he dominated. I feel like he dominated. Now
he definitely he had a very consistent performance. 17 kills on Snakewater, 276 DPM. Towards he was third on his team, fourth on the server, but it's just what they needed, right? They don't need a meth style demo who's going to look at just owning the map for his period of time while he's alive and his heals. Lex is more going to play that more kind of, self-restrictive style where he's just going to play around his med. He is going to kind of walk across the map with his team instead of being that first person across.
Yeah. Now, it seems like maybe we have T3 here for an interview.
I think we'll probably be getting. We'll probably wait to get a few more, and we have T3 in right now. I imagine we'll probably have one or two more people come in from White Noise, and then maybe a few kind of trickle in from Winx Club. But we'll give them some time to celebrate their win, and for White Noise to kind of, at this point, you've got to be having a team chat, right? You are up 1-0, very close on Granary. What it's about, who knows? But there is definitely a talk going on right now, just to kind of get everyone's head back into a good mindset.
Yeah, definitely.
That was really good TF2.
Yeah, it was actually really good TF2, and as I said after Badlands, I'm actually a little bit exhausted after that. I just, dude, it was good. I liked it. Well done to both teams. Yeah.
I want to quickly ask you, Skaz,
sure.
If you were to pick a most valuable player of the series, who would you pick?
Do I have to be honest, or can I be a bit biased?
I mean, look, I would prefer you to be honest.
Can I give two answers? Can I give my honest answer, and can I give my bias answer?
Go for it.
Alright, honest answer. I feel like Lex was the MVP. Maybe, or even Meth, but bias? T3 or KPC.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, especially on Badlands, Badlands, they just brought players back, and they made chaos, and they made it easy for Benny and Bill to, do their thing. Just hit shots.
Yeah. I think I'll quickly go through mine. I think I think personally, I would probably give that MVP either to. I agree with you. Lex certainly did a lot, or Decap. I feel like Decap really turned it around in the last two maps of that series.
Kind of activated, you think?
I think they also made a change on Badlands. Decap it looked like he was the flank scout. He got a lot less heals than Tachyon, but then on the two maps that they won, Decap, it looks like they swapped him to the combo scout, Tachyon kind of going to that lower heel role, and Decap just kind of just manning those Ubers, bringing them in, and you really just saw a lot more decisive aggression coming out from Winx Club, which is definitely what they needed after Badlands. I think they made the appropriate change there. As I think we do have interviews. Looks like we've got people in, so we'll look at moving them in as we get ready for this. As we have Bill, Meth, and T3 from White Noise, and we have Yachty from Winx Club. How are you boys feeling? Open question.
All right.
Yeah, pretty good. It was a good game, except for the last map.
Yeah, well, it was definitely a good game, definitely a fun game to cast. Even that last map, it was a little bit of a roll in favor of Winx Club. The first two, you had us on the edge of our seats the entire time. I swear to God, there will be clips of me screaming in there that you might see in the next few days.
I think you'll see the clip of me getting absolutely fucked by Lex on last.
It was clipped.
That is clipped. It's already on Reddit.
Oh, I got fucking destroyed, man.
It was a nice pipe. Well done, Lex.
It was definitely a nice pipe. And Yachty, how are you feeling?
Good. Very good.
Good.
Yeah.
Finally got it. First place intermediates, all yours.
Yeah, I've been looking for this match for a while, and it's in the bag.
What's the plan for next season then? Now that you've won intermediate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Play it again, I reckon.
Sandbag again.
Sandbag again, you reckon?
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, after a dominant showing tonight, I don't know. The admins might have something to say about that, Yachty. Maybe they'll force you into Prem. Anyways,
who knows?
So
I've actually got a few questions I want to ask the team. I ask people from both teams because there are some things that you guys did and stopped doing across those maps that I really want to know, and I have a feeling some people in the chat may want to know as well. To White Noise, anyone can answer this really, but I'd be interested to hear what Meth has to say about it. Towards the end of Badlands, you guys just started Ubering in without Meth. Like, he was sitting in lobby, just doing nothing though. He'd come in with heals at the end of your Uber, but you just Uber in Scout Soldier and just botch the pushes time after time. Was there a reason you guys weren't bringing Meth in?
The idea is that you take Soldier Scout first, because like the Pyro can either choose to deny the Scout or the rockets from the Soldier, so he has to choose one. He can't do both. So once the idea is that once the Pyro goes down, Meth's supposed to take the rest of the Uber. So ideally, I'm only in there for like 2 seconds, but obviously if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work, and we get fucked because of it.
Yeah, and Tachyon was a bit slippery on that Pyro.
Yeah, my calls were also really shit on the first map because we were all pretty flustered. I had to drive half an hour because my internet failed at my other house, so I didn't warm up. It was really dodgy, and we were all nerves, grand final nerves. So it was pretty shit.
Yeah, for sure.
To be fair though, in saying that, you guys put up an amazing fight in those first 2 maps. Like, I honestly couldn't tell you guys weren't playing maybe to your best ability. It seemed like you were on your game, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, in hindsight, we probably shouldn't have picked Granary just because it favors soldiers, and I'm easily the weakest mechanical player on our team, and their soldiers are quite they're pretty good. So, maybe a different map choice, but I don't know. I'm still happy with our result.
Awesome. Do you have any questions, Michael? Because I have one in my brain.
Oh, go for it.
White Noise, what were you thinking coming into this match? Did you think you were going to win? Did you think you were going to lose? Were you confident? Were you not confident?
Yeah, we thought we were going to win.
You did? Okay, alright.
Only Meth thought that. Anyway.
Alright.
We surprised ourselves, I think. First 2 maps.
Yeah.
You surprised yourself with how well you played?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
I kind of thought we were going to get rolled.
Yeah.
But we did alright.
We thought we were going to get fucked on Pro Lands because it's easily one of our worst maps, but we managed to turn it around, which is really nice.
I was actually quite surprised by the Granary pick. I definitely thought you'd go with a process or even like a product maybe, just because of your scouts. But you guys played Granary quite well. And Yachty, how was your team feeling coming into this grand final? Were you confident? Were you nervous of the underdogs?
Not at all. Playing
Not
Apex
at all.
before the game, yeah, we're just playing some Apex, doing some team bonding, and yeah, they played scrims and everything. We had like 1 scrim, and that was like yesterday. Like we were pretty chill going into it. Didn't really, think that it's going to be too hard.
Fair enough. All right. Well, Michael, do you have any
Yeah.
questions?
I've got one more
Okay.
for Yachty, I guess, since you're the only person here from Winx Club. I noticed that after the first map, the 39-minute slogfest that was Badlands, you swapped Decap to Combo Scout.
That is,
And
yeah.
was there a reason you did that? Like, was that something that Decap wanted? Was that something that kind of the team or even Tachyon wanted? Or
It's just because, just with pushes, we were like really hesitant and apprehensive, so Cap felt more confident just taking the Ubers and just leading the team, which worked out in the end.
Has
Yeah,
Decap
no, he definitely
played
did.
much Combo Scout with you guys?
No, not at all. He's played
Oh, really?
like one official with us, yeah. That was
Okay.
the first time he's played Pocket Scout.
Right. Well,
yeah,
any
definitely.
other questions, Michael?
No, I'm all out of questions. I want to congratulate both teams. You both put on a really good game. You know, kind of as some of the people from White Noise were saying, you guys thought you were going to get rolled. But you guys put up a really good game. That was really good. Badlands, although it was slow, was a really exciting game. One of the faster games of Badlands I've ever seen that isn't just a roll. And you guys put in a really good effort on Granary as well. I think probably closer than Badlands for sure. And I hope Yachty gets to go play Prem next season. That'll be great.
All right. Well,
I think we'll kick it to shoutouts.
Sure. Shall we kick it off with Bill? Bill, do you have anyone that you would like to shout out?
Yeah, just want to shout out Yachty and Tachyon for just being good sports the whole time, you know, being friendly.
Aha, I see.
Yeah,
right.
that's all.
Okay. Meth, any shout outs?
Sayo, Dogro, and Marcus.
All right. T3, what you got?
Aaron, John, and the White Noise crew.
Very nice. And Yachty, any shout outs?
Yeah, shout out to Paratosh, Redcoat Yule, Essence, Ben J, we got benched. And yeah, that's it. Shout out to you guys for casting and foreign production.
Thank you. Michael, got any shout outs?
Yeah, look, I mean, honestly, shout out to Outlaw Man X 66676. Really the inspiration for my cast tonight. Shout out to you, skaz, for joining me tonight. Shout out for Core for doing the production, and shout out to both teams for a really good game at TF2.
Yeah, definitely. And my shout out to the Salt Free boys and Singular Girl, and shout out to Heavy from TF2. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to all my bullies. I'm going to report you. That's it.
And yeah, we'll leave everyone to it. I think, if I'm correct, this is the last game of season 26. Okay, no. So one more game to go. There is the Open Grand Final. That will be, I believe, tomorrow night, if they're playing within the normal time frame. So that should be tomorrow night somewhere. But yeah, we're pretty much done with season 26 right at the very end. Remember to get your votes in. They close tomorrow if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll leave you to it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night and play some good TF2.
Excellent. See you guys later.